Hey, and welcome to Improbable Wargaming. My name is Travis, and this is our very good friend, Mr. Kyle McCord of
Rolling Sixes.
Kyle has graciously agreed to come and kick my butt in a wonderful game of Warhammer 40,000 tonight. I am playing my Necrons, and he is playing something. What is going on that side of the board?
So there's a lot of things going on. That's sort of the key. Is that if you've been watching some of the standings recently, you might have seen that there's this mysterious list floating around with Grey Knights and Astra Militarum, and there's other things thrown into it. So it's a soup of all sorts. And so I am going to try and throw as much firepower at Travis as possible, and he's going to score 94 for just being near the objectives.
As you do with Necrons, as you do. And then you'll score 95 and still win. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we are obviously Kyle is playing his AdMech Grey Knight soup or Grey Knight AdMech, or not AdMech, Astra Militarum. Thank you. Soup, the other AMMA, whatever. Yeah.
MMA.
Bringing that to bear. And we were at the same tournament together a couple weekends ago at the Kansas City Open. And you scored way higher than I did.
I won some games, but
like if you took the first number of my ranking and added it to the second number of my ranking, it would equal your ranking.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So yes, I went down to Kansas City and got to play some really excellent games along with Travis and Steven and some of my teammates, Jacob and Brandon. And yes, the Imperium prevailed through the first 4 games and then 2 in my bracket against some players who were very good.
Yeah.
Very good and very good games. And it was a blast to get to play down there, get to play on some GW terrain, get to see their 1 million models of Forge World that you could buy, right?
Yeah.
And they could just tantalize you with them.
Yeah, and at the end of the weekend, they had like 999,908 left.
They did. Yeah, they brought 100% and left with 99%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and dig into it. I'll tell you what, I will talk to you about my army first.
Sure.
And then we'll have you explain what the heck is going on your side of the table.
Sure.
So I am bringing Necrons, pure Necrons, because we can't soup anything.
This is true.
Yep, no soup on this side of the table at all. It is led by my warlord, which is a catacomb command barge. He has a resurrection orb, and he has a war scythe. So he can do a little bit of cool stuff in melee. Unfortunately, he suffers from the same ailment that all Necrons have, which is 4 attacks.
Indeed. Indeed he does.
You're like, ooh, yeah, melee. Nah. So that is my warlord. I also have 2 technomancers. One looks a little bit different than the other. They behave the same way.
Yep.
I also have a chronomancer who has the crappy Aeon stave, but can give out the 5-up invulnerable save and reroll charges if you really want it. Those are my HQs. In troops, I have 1 unit of 5 immortals because I have a patrol detachment in this, and you have to take them.
So, you are obliged.
I have 1 unit of 5 immortals. I also have in No Force Org, I've got 2 units of 2 crypto thralls. I also have 2 plasma sites. In my elites, I have 3 units of 6 Scorpec destroyers, big swingy boys that want to murder stuff. They don't like that you're alive.
And they would like to not to be the case anymore.
Yeah,
and they can do it.
That is lore accurate. That's just what they like. I've got those guys. I have 2 big units of scarabs, 2 9-man units of scarabs. I've got a reanimator to reanimate some scarabs. I've got a spider to reanimate some scarabs. That spider does have a gloom prism on it.
No!
So it can deny psychic power.
I don't know. It's a flat deny.
It's just a flat deny.
Yeah, it's not Silent King.
Yeah, the Silent King, which I will say,
not
absent in this list. I'm trying something new. I'm saying, you know what? Silent King is good. He's very good still. He's still worth 400 points.
Sure.
He gives you 3 CP extra. He gives out, reroll auras and stuff. It's still pretty good. So I'm just trying something out. I'm saying, you know what? I can put those 400 points to better use
I
somewhere
think
else.
there's a pretty sound. I think there's an increasingly sound argument for it.
Yeah. So we're giving it a shot. I also have a big unit of turbo bikes of our Tomb Blades. They are equipped with the Gauss blasters, and they have the 5-up invulnerable save.
Makes sense.
On them as well. So they're a little bit durable, and they're -1 hit all the time, which is just part of their data sheet, which is pretty nice. So if you just want to keep shooting your Manticore over there at them the whole game, I'd be fine with it. And then, oh yeah, these boys. I've got a big unit of Locust Destroyers. So I've got 6 of the baby destroyers and 1 of the big destroyers. And they're kind of going to come after your candy.
That makes sense. And that's the big shooting in our list. We also have a little bit here,
a little bit here. These guys are not to be super underestimated.
No,
it's not bad.
They have a strat to rapid fire too, at very close range, or very far range, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, good. Many Necrons, and I think this is interesting. I think that one of the things we're going to see going forward is Silent King's really good, but he can get bombed. And he can get blown up by a lot of crazy stuff. He can get hit by railguns.
Yep.
So this is trying to maximize a lot of those secondaries that we might expect to see.
And that is one of the things I ran into a lot at the KC Open. Was I brought the Silent King, and he was good in the matchups that he was good into, and he was horrible in the matchups he was horrible into.
Yeah.
And in certain matchups, he just genuinely felt like a liability. I went into Custodes once, and they're like, Auric Mortalis, I'm going to kill it, and I'm going to get 15 points. And I'm like, ha! Okay, cool. He's going to hang out in a corner and do nothing basically the entire game, and which feels bad.
Yep.
It
takes a fourth of your army off the board, or fifth army.
It does. I mean, 400 points just sitting there not doing anything. So.
And it's not scoring the Necron or secondaries, which are crazy strong.
True. He used to be able to when he was core. He could go and do actions on points, which was hilarious. But yeah, now he can't do that.
Now he can't party.
All right, just one more checkbox for not taking the Silent King, right? Well, Mr. Kyle, you want to tell me what you've got going on your side of the board?
Oh no.
All right. Sounds good.
So what I got over here. So we're going to start with where the Warlord is. Our Warlord is over here, and he is going to rush forward. So in our Grey Knights detachment, we have a patrol. This is a Grand Master Nemesis Dread Knight. And so he has a couple of cool things. He's got all the fixins, so to speak. He has a 3-up invulnerable save that I can pop once per game. It'll last until the end of the turn. He also, if you shoot at him, has the Sigil of Exegesis, where he will pop up 9 inches away anywhere he wants on the board. He will vanish, reappear.
Now, does that happen instantaneously? Like he vanishes and then pops. He doesn't pop back up at the end of the phase. Or
He does
anything
not.
Like that, right? Okay.
So you get to retarget your shooting attacks, but if you are, for example, you were here and you were shooting at him, and there's no other targets. Kale Domage.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And so then he's also got an aura called Unyielding Anvil, where with everything within 6 inches that is core is going to get OBSEC. If it already has core, it's going to double the amount of models that are there. From there, we also have and so he's got some spells. He's got Vortex of Doom. He also has Psychic Amplification to do +1 to damage against a target. We then have a Tech Marine. Tech Marine in Grey Knights. Even that guy's a library. Even that guy has psychic powers.
Everybody's got psychic powers.
Everybody got psychic powers.
That's
Guy's got psychic. That guy doesn't. But everybody else does. Right. Yeah. So, Tech Marine, he gets to repair stuff. He also has a spell, a Warlord trait called Divination. I start at a big old 0 CP. So that guy is going to help me generate extra CP each turn. He's going to give +1 to hit. And his power is Gate of Infinity, so he can pop guys around the board. From there, I have some things that are maybe a little bit less exciting. I have a unit of Strike Marines who are going to run forward and chop things up. I got 2 units of Interceptors who are going to disappear, reappear, stab, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. That's kind of what they do. And then I have a Nemesis Dread Knight with no sword, and then that guy, lucky fellow that he is, he gets to have a sword.
He's got one.
He's got one. Then, because I'm deeply, deeply insane, I also have Astra Militarum.
That's right. Here comes
the surprise, right? Over here we have 2 Lehman Russ tank commanders. They're in a regiment where they're getting +6 inches in terms of shooting. They're also getting to reroll number of shots on their weapons. They have Demolisher cannons. They have plasma cannons. They have heavy bolters. They want to see things. They want to blow them up. They are joined by 2 squads of guardsmen over here. And then we also have over here a platoon commander who is going to order those guys around. We also have an astropath who has a spell for +1 on his psychic barrier, so he gets to pick a unit and give him +1 to save. I also have a sweet manticore over here, which has what's called full payload, so it's hitting for 3 damage apiece every time. Over here in reserves, sorry, in the teleportarium.
Yeah.
Yes, the teleportarium. We have a unit of scions, and we also have 1 unit of strike marines who are waiting to come in and ostensibly do actions, or maybe they're going to do psychic powers. Not well, one of them is. We'll kind of wait and see. I should mention also the Grey Knights are Prescient Brethren, which means that they're going to have a stratagem for 1 CP, reroll 1s to hit or 1s to wound. Can do it in any phase, which is mighty good. And that's really the extent of it. This is a little different from previous versions that I've done in that it's got no Drago Malfoy.
No Drago Malfoy.
He's been kicked out of Hogwarts. No. And so we're going to see how it does without him. So
absolutely. Yeah. It's a very interesting list. I've had the honor of playing against a similar list against you at least once.
Yeah.
So I did get to see kind of how it operates. Didn't win that game, so I got to see how
we got another crack at it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love playing my Necrons, even when I lose.
I love playing this even. Less so when I lose.
Yeah.
But I like playing it when I lose
it's
too.
It's fun to win,
it's
right?
Fun to win, but it's also fun to, let's put it this way, when you don't win, it's a prime opportunity to think about what was the ingredient that was missing from your recipe.
Right.
I always like to ask myself, and maybe this is helpful, what did I have that I didn't need, and what did I need that I didn't have? Right.
Yeah.
So
it's good.
Little adage, little Taoism in there, right?
And if you're actually making soup, the answer is MSG.
Is MSG, absolutely.
You should add more.
Absolutely.
You should just probably put more in, or basil, or both.
Basil.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. But add your basil at the beginning. Anyway,
that will not help this army.
No. Who came here for cooking stuff?
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah. So that is our armies. We should talk about the mission, which I'm not super happy about.
Yeah.
Mr. Steven, you want to tell us about our mission?
Yes, I will. Well, it's Abandoned Sanctuaries, or as I call it, Abaddon
Sanctuaries.
Which is my
Abaddon is out here in the
mission.
sanctuaries hiding somewhere.
Yes, he is.
We have to find
Well,
him.
what's special about this mission is that we have no man's land. So you cannot have a pre-deployment into no man's land. The next thing is that we have 4 points can be scored if you control 1 or more objectives, or you can, I can't speak suddenly, so sorry, control 2 or more objectives. And finally, if they control more objectives than their opponent, you get 4 points for each one of these up to a maximum of 12. And then we have, for our little special thing, secure the sanctuaries. At the end of each player's turn, the player whose turn it is scores 2 points if they satisfy at least one of the following conditions. They control an objective marker in the center of the battlefield. They destroyed at least one enemy unit that was within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield at the start of the turn. And at the end of the battle, whomever player controls the objective marker in the center of the battlefield scores 5 victory points for just a little bit of sugar and spice at the end.
That's big.
Or a little salt. Depends. Right? Absolutely.
Someone will be salty when they say, hey, I have the middle, so I get 5 points, and thus I win by 3. And you're like, dang it.
My opponent, when they played this, they had an interesting strategy where they had a giant blob of 8 Grey Knight Paladins. And at the very end, they were like, they got moved on to the center. They all had objectives secured. I said, I think that's probably yours, right? Let that one go, right? We'll get points somewhere else. So, yes, the middle is the money. And so the interesting thing about this mission is you can't move at all after the point. What was it you took? Remind me.
Yeah, so my custom dynasty is a 6-inch pregame move.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And the whole army has OBSEC.
That part sounds really good.
Which is also really good. So, I don't get to pregame move into No Man's. I still get to pregame move.
That's true. You know what? That's not completely useless.
I can still shift around a little bit, If I wanted to, you can deploy a little bit aggressive and be like, okay, 6 inches this way.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that, but that's true.
I've done that a couple of times. Just while playing, I put the Scorpex out, and ready to 6-inch pregame move out, and then get in somebody's face, and it's like I don't get first, and it's like okay, cool, everybody shift 6 inches this way.
It's like a redeploy.
And just get back in. Get into the building. Get
It's
out
a
of here.
whole army redeploy.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Cool.
Yes, Mr. Steven.
Well, everyone's just wondering what those secondaries you guys took are.
We should talk about the secondaries, shouldn't we?
I would love to. And since you describe your army first, I'll launch in first with the secondaries.
That sounds fine, because I think while you talk about yours, people can probably guess which ones I took.
I'm feeling like Behind Enemy Lines is in there. Sure for you. And then is that one where you have to do Homer's? That's not even in the book.
I like to take the psychic action ones, actually.
Oh yeah, that's
in the
crazy
army that
strong.
has no psychic stuff.
Yeah. I mean, your opponent doesn't expect it. I'll say
No
that.
one sees it coming. It's crazy.
So I took stuff that was also probably, if you are someone who's played against Necrons, fairly predictable. Turns out Necrons give up no prisoners very easily because they keep coming back, and then you kill them again, and you get more points, right? So you get points for doing what your opponent wants to do anyway. So I took that because I'm planning to try and kill some Necrons, and then I took Psychic Interrogation. So I'm going to be trying to find Travis's characters. I'm going to ask them who their crush was at camp. They're going to tell me. I'm going to get CP for it. That's the big plan. She's upstairs. Yeah, I hope so. All right, absolutely. And so then we are doing R&D, also called Retrieve Nephilim Data. And we're doing that because I don't know if I'm going to get to keep my banners up. And so
It's a tough one on this match, right?
yeah, it's a big ask. And I don't know that I want to have a big ask. And so those are my secondaries. They don't score quite as well as yours.
Yeah. I mean, that's the plan, right? We don't have the best Necrons don't have the best data sheets, so we need to have a little bit of help with the secondaries, right?
True. True. No argument.
So the secondaries that I took are Purge the Vermin, which is rewarding me for each table quarter you are not in, wholly within.
True.
And if you are not wholly within my deployment zone.
Correct.
I also have Ancient Machineries, which is rewarding me for getting out onto points that are outside my deployment zone and doing an action on them. And I'll get 4 points for each time I do that. And it finishes at the end of the turn if I do something as OBSEC, which army has OBSEC. What in your army? Oh,
no.
The whole thing has OBSEC. Before, in my last list, a couple of things didn't have OBSEC because I had Illuminator Xeris and I had the Silent King, and they don't get dynastic code stuff. But now, everything has OBSEC. Literally everything.
What about that guy?
Everything. Yeah. He's got it. Actually, these guys have it twice, which is nice because they already have it normally.
I feel like
there's
misled already. All right, perfect.
I know, right?
All right.
And then the third one that I took is Treasures of the Aeons, which at the beginning of the game, you get to pick 3 points that are outside your deployment zone, and then I get rewarded for holding those points at the end of my turn.
It is going to be challenging for me to pick which 3 points I want with the sheer variety of what's out there.
I'm going to assume, technically speaking, you could pick the one that's in my deployment zone.
And yet,
here we are.
And yet, here we are.
So I will score a number of points depending on how many of these I can, the points out in the middle
2,
that I control.
3, 5 perhaps.
It is 2 if I hold 1, 3 if I hold 2, 5 if I hold all 3, which is quite crazy.
Yeah.
And that is scored also at the end of my turn.
Woo!
Yeah. And those are the secondaries. Steven, is there anything else that we need to cover?
I think you should roll off, and then whoever loses gets Rochambeau'd.
I think we just math it out once we roll.
Yeah. You always want to offer that to your opponent, right? Once you roll off,
should we just math it out?
You just want to math it out from here?
Absolutely.
Just want to see,
shorten things up.
We can talk it out from here, right?
All right, sir. Shall we see? I'm going to roll the same color dice as you. That way. That'll confuse. That's not good.
Just to confuse everybody.
Yeah, I can't do that.
All right.
Good fortune to you, sir.
To you too.
Oh,
they love touching each other.
They are. That is a wild difference.
It is indeed. So it looks like it's going to be Grey Knights turn 1. Good luck, Mr. Kyle.
Good luck, you too, sir.
Yeah.
I did not. Did I want to go first? I guess I did because now I don't. Now you don't get to just walk out and have a 5.
I can tell you 100%. I wanted to go first.
Okay,
so there's that. I need to decide if I want to do any sort of pre-game moving because I do get
a little scuttle.
I do get 6 inches. 6 inches.
A little marker. 6 inches. That's where it goes.
That's right. Yeah, little 6-inch markers. Let me think here. How much do I want to shuffle around? There's an awful lot of places to hide on this map.
There are some. there certainly are some, and there are certainly some places I don't want to go that I'm going to be obliged to go.
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm going to move my Catacomb Command Barge up a little bit onto this point because he gets Lookout Sir, which is pretty cool, and I don't think you're going to get here.
Oops, sorry.
And then I think, yeah, you can just shove me around. I think I'm going to shuffle these guys around a little bit this way because I like my Immortals, and I kind of want them not like 100% dead right now. So
little known fact, we can see bald spots usually on our friends, but one of our friends he's standing next to you doesn't seem to have one, which is terribly upsetting.
I don't have one. I got good hair.
Pretty much all the whole area. It's just
and then weirdly enough, I think that's going to be it. So we're just going to pass it over to you.
Perfect.
You can just go ahead.
Let me tell you guys a little bit about what I'm thinking as I'm coming into this, and this might be helpful. What's right?
That's a win.
Win. What I'm thinking about is I will shoot his whole army to death. Right? Absolutely.
Murder the Necrons. Murder them.
Murder them. Kill them to death. So my priorities turn one. I have to make it so he can't just immediately grab 3. I also have to. It's not going to be possible for me to stop him from dooming ancient machineries on. At least he's going to get one that he's going to be able to do it on, right? Because he's going to have OBSEC, he's going to have a lot of bodies, he's got these swarms. And so my objective is to pick one and say, I'm going to make it so that it's very difficult for you to get this one. I also want to push over into his line so that he is not getting purged for ostensibly way more than me, right? And then the other objective is, kill. I got to get out, try and get an 8. We'll see if I'm able to pull that off. There's a lot of stuff that can stop me from doing it, and I don't want the trade to be bad for me. But let's see where I go with it. One thing that's, by the way, this is a recommendation that I have, which is when you're thinking about your secondaries, at the beginning of the game, it's good to tell your opponent there might be things in your army that you're doing by default. For example, this guy, the Tech Marine, is always just going to bless the nearest vehicle to him, right? And so this guy's doing that. Also, by default, these Lehman Russes are always going to be re-rolling 1s, right? They're not doing anything else. So let's start moving and grooving. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we want to move the Grand Nemesis Dread Knight forward. He wants to do Dread Knight stuff. That's going to put him within range of shooting these here bikes. One of my objectives is really these swarms of scarabs. They're a big source of points for me. They're also a big source of points for him in that you can just pile them on objectives and they say that objective is mine. They also are 4 wounds, so they're really hard to drill through. So I'd like to get at least a few of those off the board. Travis has done a really good job of keeping me from shooting this way, so that Lehman Russ is probably not going to have a lot of targets. But these little buggers, I might have to move around to go and move this guy. I do apologize about that. I will dance around just a wee bit.
I will go ahead and talk to you about my my command protocols as well. Command protocol I will be in all game. The entire time is going to be +1 strength on the charge.
Yep.
It's pretty good on the Scorpack Destroyers. Protocol for this turn is Protocol of Sudden Storm, which is +1 inch range to my movement.
Yes, indeed, that makes
not
sense.
to shooting.
So that means, one of the things that makes sense, again, those sort of default, that the default storm is pretty common, or default +1 strength is pretty common. This guy's going to move over here, and we're going to talk about intent here real quick, which is, it looks to me like I am able to draw from the sponson over to here, but you can take a quick look for me.
We can take a look. I have a laser.
Ooh,
which is
in the future.
Yeah, look at us with a laser. Yeah, absolutely. You bet.
Okay,
you got it.
So the Lehman Russ is going to move there. We are then, so those,
I don't like it.
I know,
you got it.
But you got. I don't like it, but I respect it.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, which objective does Kyle want? Kyle probably wants this objective, and so the interceptors. So my thinking here is that I'm hopeful that I can eliminate some of these bikes, and then I'm going to put the interceptors here in the hopes that if Travis wants to trade me and say, I'll give you the interceptors for the Scorpex, maybe deny you some points, I'm okay with that because I get a better position on this flank, right? So these guys will walk forward. I shouldn't say they're going to walk forward. They're going to
run.
They're going to teleport.
They're going to hoof it.
They
hoof it teleportally.
Teleportally.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a
word I meant to say.
That's for sure a word.
Yeah, it is now.
Absolutely. These guys are going to go vroop like this. They might very well die. That's quite possible. Again, they exist to trade in this world. And so this is 24 inches out here. So I want to pre-measure. That's the third rule. I forgot, Stephen. Pre-measure everything. I mentioned.
That's not the third rule. That's the first.
That's very.
That is
first
very
rule.
much the first rule.
Very much the first rule of Fight Club is always pre-measure. If it's your first night, you have to pre-measure. So it looks like we're going to have trouble getting an angle from here, and it doesn't look like moving here is going to help me because I'm not going to be able to get around. My same trick I did over there is not going to work. We are going to have to use Grey Knight's gate capabilities to move over there.
I do have a question for our friend Travis, if I can.
Yes, Mr. Steve.
Well, Isaac was wondering if on a first date, what would be your favorite gift to receive when someone comes to court you?
It's family stream. It's family stream. It's family stream. My favorite gift on a first date. That's a weird question. Because I feel like on a first date, I'm just more looking to have a good experience with the person that I'm going on a first date with. I also have to preface this with it has been almost 15 years since I went on a first date. What?
Just being asked would be a gift.
Yeah. I've been married for 10 years, and I dated my wife for 4.5 years before we got married. So it's been a minute since I've been on a first date. But I would say probably just the best, and then it's going to sound corny, but you're asking a romantic question anyway, so everything's corny. I would say the best gift that I could receive on a first date would just be having a good amount, a good quality time with the person that I'm spending on, whether that's over a very nice meal, having some sort of a fun experience together, whether it's going. You can go to the mall, walk around, hang out, and talk to each other. Go to a movie. Go. Have a really good, well-cooked meal that you can both be like, "Oh, that's great," or a really terrible meal where you can both be like, "That was awful." Just a good shared experience. I think is probably a great gift for a first date. Thanks, Isaac, for that.
Really awkward question.
It was all.
All right.
Thanks, Stephen.
Here we go. I think we are probably on to our next phase here.
Wow.
Because watching you answer that question was painful enough.
Thank you. So I appreciate you expediting your movement.
Absolutely. I just can't watch that anymore. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to ye old psychic phase. One of the great things to ask yourself each time you're moving from phase to phase is to think to yourself, is there anything else I need to do that I did not do? So one thing that I've chosen not to do is move into the middle. That means that Travis could hypothetically move into the middle, pick up a couple of points. It's probably a good idea for him.
And you're like, go ahead. Come into the middle. I'm okay with it.
There is weirdly a demolisher cannon positioned right behind the middle.
Weird.
Very bizarre.
Oh,
so some things that are going to happen over here. Actually, we need to move these guys over just a touch so that I'm not breaking the rules. These critters over here are going to be 6 inches. They are going to be doing their first R&D.
Right.
Which might mean that I need to reposition this back just a touch.
Sure thing.
Chupa chupa. There we go. All right, so then we're going to be 18 inches away here because we're going to get some orders that are going to be coming in via Voxcaster. This is why we ask these things. These fellers over here are going to be doing R&D. Other things that I took. So I took R&D. I took prisoners. Don't have to do anything for that. I just got to kill stuff.
You just got to kill stuff. Yeah.
And I'd love to. Thank you. Love to.
And it's not going to be hard for you to score a good amount on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So that, and then I got to psychically interrogate you. One of the things you'll notice I was doing while Travis was talking about his sex life was I was measuring here to find out the interrogate distance, right? And so I measured, made sure when I was within 24 of this feller so that I can ask him awkward questions just like Isaac.
That's right.
Absolutely. So I've positioned to do exactly what I need to do. So psychic phase, we always start with what we care about the most. We're going to psychically interrogate you. We don't have a Gloom Prism. Because,
Yeah, he's all the way over here.
There. He's like, I don't know.
You're
I don't
good.
know what to do. So here we go. We're looking for a 4. We'd love to beat or match your leadership. We will get a 5. So we're not.
It goes off. It does not beat my leadership.
It does not, no, because I need a 10.
That
it
is
turns
accurate.
out that would not even beat Guardsmen. So
No.
sadly, no. Maybe if we were playing demons. So we get 3 points on Interrogate. That's great news right off the bat.
It's perfect.
We are then going to think about what else we need to do. These guys advance, so they really are not within. They can't see anything to smite. They don't have anything to do. Those guys back there are really only in danger of. Our strike squad is really only in danger of harming themselves if they were to do something like Hammer Hand. These guys are just kind of waiting around in the wings too. But our Tech Marine can do something. He can do Gate of Infinity, and we're going to try that. We're not going to
something around.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could Divination though. That's a much better move. So we'll just Divination on a 6. We're going to get a CP. We hate Divination. It never goes off.
Who wants that anyway?
Yeah.
Speaking of CP, I'm at 3.
I am at 1. And I failed Divination like a boss. He was like, no, I don't want to do it. That's cool, whatever.
Not now.
Not now.
I'll wait till turn 5.
Right, and this feller is not gonna be in range, and that's fine. So he's not gonna do anything. This guy over here, he could Hammer Hand if he thought stuff was gonna get to him. I don't realistically think those Scorpex are gonna get there, and if you're engaging me with the Scarabs, I think that's okay anyway. They could bite me to death, but I don't see it happening. So we're not going to risk anything in terms of possibly doing a peril, so we're just going to move on to shooting. So in the shooting phase, we get to do our orders. The first order that we are going to do is we're going to tell these guys, move it! And they're going to go an additional 11. Now you might say to yourself, Kyle, that's an absolutely outrageous rule. Is that going to be in the new guard decks? And I would say to you, I got bad news, friend. There is a version where you get to move 11, where you get to move an extra 2 inches, but getting to move some outlandish amount is largely off the table. So what you'll notice I'm doing here is I'm really bringing up units to secure this objective, make it harder for you to push me off it. I might be giving you too many point possibilities, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
So then from there, we have other orders. This guy is not going to give himself any orders because what's he going to shoot at? I don't know. Nothing there. And he's not going to get shot, so there's no reason to smoke. This feller over here, though, the tank commander, he's going to say, hey, Mr. Tank Commander, which is me, I'm going to reroll 1s. And he's going to do that.
That's a pretty good thing.
It is pretty strong. Does that exist in the new guard decks? So this, in 2 weeks, my life is over. My life as I know it. Yes.
Okay.
So we are going to do some shooting. This guy right here is going to shoot at the bikes. This is the Grand Master Nemesis Dread Knight. Now, one of the things I'm considering is whether I want this to be +1 strength, +1 AP, or, which is, I've looked it up recently. It's a Grey Knight stratagem, and by golly, if I could remember the name of it.
What's the strength of the weapons?
They're currently at 5, so going to 6 would be awfully appealing.
Yep.
It would also move them. They've got a 4 up right now. They're going to go their 5 up anyway, so the AP doesn't
Yeah,
mean
the AP
much.
doesn't matter. Yep.
What we're going to start with, we're going to start with stuff we really need to have work. So this guy is going to shoot at that big pile of bugs. There happen to be 9 of them, which turns out to be really nice for me.
It's very nice for you.
Because it means I get some blast. So
Yep.
the actual tank itself has D3 on one side, D3 on the other side, 2 separate weapons. So both of those plasma are going to be maxed out.
That's
We're
right.
going to start with this. We're going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. We're going to get a couple of 2s. And then these are going to be strength 8, so they're wounding on 3s. 2s, just kidding. I don't know how math works.
We are T3.
T3. So these are -3, so they're just going to pick
Straight
up
through, yep.
pick up 1, and then 1's going to take 2.
You bet.
And that's part of the reason I did this first. Is there's a nice even
Give me
increment.
my tiny dice.
Oh, and then here is the heavy bolter. Bang, bang, bang. We're going to get 2 hits. We don't get to reroll the 2s. Strength 5, so we're going to wound on 3s.
Yipper.
And I got 1 at -1, so that goes to. Do they have a 6?
They have a 6-up armor save.
So I'm
just go
gonna
straight
pop
through.
1 more unit of bugs. He doesn't quite get to res yet because we got the Demolisher Cannon. Now the Demolisher Cannon is gonna get a minimum of 3 on each dice. So if it's 3 or below, I'm just gonna re-roll it. I am just gonna keep 10 because 10 is a good number.
10 is a good number.
10 is not the number Travis wanted me to get, despite his his sunny disposition.
You don't know. I just really enjoy getting pummeled by Grey Knights.
Then I have good news for you for the next several hours.
This guy's not a Grey Knight. He wants to be.
He wants to be a Grey Knight. We got 8 hits through. These are strength 10, so they are going to pulverize these guys on 2s. I'm going to have one that doesn't go through. Each one's going to be D6, so we're going to roll them individually.
Yep.
So the first one is going to do 1.
Down 3.
Then the next one's going to do 4.
Dead.
The next one is going to do 2. Power of the Imperium here, guys. And then 5.
Another dead one.
So we're gonna kill some more bugs. We got 3 more left. We're gonna do 3, and the next one's gonna kill a guy.
You bet.
And then the last one is going to do 1. Turns out this is not actually what Demolisher cannons are meant to be used for. And Travis has done a smart thing here, which is this guy wanted to shoot those bugs so bad. He hated them. Pulled me out of range.
No. The answer is no.
That's going to get me some prisoner points, and we'll see what we bring back.
That's 5
So that's gonna be
4
20.
wound models, good sir.
Like I said, in prisoners, we start racking up points really quickly with that. But they are going to come back, and then what's going to happen is they're going to give me more points, which is something that I quite like.
And 5, 20. Yeah, For all my Necron fans out there watching, you build a list and people are like, oh, but it gives up 15 on no prisoners, and you're like, oh, when it gives up 15 on no prisoners, it's like, what do you want me to do? Not build an army? Like, stop it. This is what we do.
This is
knock it off.
what we do.
It's fine. All right. Reanimating on 5.
How many dice is it?
Yikes. Looks like I get 1 back.
1 back.
1 back.
If we only we could
we could get half. Yeah.
But no. And so this incredibly insane unit of just a giant pile of wounds. This has got to cost 200 points, right?
No.
Wait, how much does this thing cost?
You want to know how much it costs?
Is it 135 points?
It is 135 points.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They don't kill things super well.
No, but
So
you know
there's
what
that.
they do is score a lot of points at very low cost.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is the Lehman Russ is going to feel good about himself. He just scored 2 points for me, and frankly, I can't say I'm too mad about it. This guy, out of range, but that's okay. We didn't risk much by getting too close to you. This guy over here says, you know what? I would really like these to be dead. He's going to give it his best. You know what? I kind of need the CP, so I'm just going to hang on to it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the big guns first. These are the Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight hits on 2s, but these guys are hard to hit. So these are going to be
-1 hit all the time.
These will be 3s. And we do care a little bit. We go on stat. These are strength 8, T5, so we're wounding on 3s. I'm going to get 3 of them through. Those are going to be -2, so those will be on Travis's.
5 of them vulnerable saves.
Yes.
I did spend the 3 points per model to give
For the
them
Shadow Vein?
Yeah, or Shield Vein.
Shield Vein? I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them
They have
Shadow
such-
Loom.
Shadow Loom, Nebula Scope, Shield Vein. Shield Vein is the 3-up armor save.
These guys just like how many options are in that box?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's also a nightmare to magnetize.
I also know. I know it all too
That's what I
well.
did. All right, so I failed 2.
2 right
And
on
it
stat.
is,
So I'm going to pick 2 of those
2
up.
damage each, right?
That's
Yep.
right. And I shot those first because the last thing I want is to leave some crumbs on the table.
Crumbs.
Crumbs. So we're going to do the
crumbs.
little gun here. We are going to pick up 3 of these are no good, and then this is strength 5, so we're wounding on 4s.
Fjords.
4s. Not as successful. We're going to pick up 3 at -1, so those are going to put you back to your invul.
That's correct. 5 ups. I saved 2.
Ah, see, that was good. So
1 damage?
1 damage.
1 damage.
So we're going to see if either one of those bikes I just killed comes back.
We will see. I get to roll 4 dice, and I reanimate on 5s.
You do.
I get 1 back.
Nice. And so I'm going to get 4 more on prisoners. Again, you always want to keep track of this as you're going. Because, yep, so I'm up to 24.
Perfect. I'll keep the numbers written down.
Perfect. And so at that point, what I got left is I got a big old manticore over there.
Yeah, you do.
The manticore hates things and it wants to kill them. So there's going to be a temptation here to knock some of these guys off the board, or maybe knock some of these guys off the board, and maybe thin things out a little bit. Maybe I'm shooting at these guys. Manticores don't want to shoot anything that's -1 to hit. I don't think I really have to worry about that here. One of my fears about trying to shoot at these guys is that Travis could very smartly just they do 3 a hit, but there's one guy who's got 4.
Yeah.
So 2 are going to kill him, and then it's dubious how many more I get. So I think probably our best play here is maybe just trying to because he can just -1 to wound him, and he's got enough CP to do it. The question is, do I want to make him do that? Maybe I do. I think that's probably not a bad play. We're going to go ahead and try and shoot at these guys. Are you going to respond with anything?
What is the strength of the shot?
It is strength 10.
It is strength 10, so you'd be wounding on twos. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, you're going to make me do it. Yep, so I'm going to go down to 2 CP, and I will make these guys -1 to wound.
Boo, F-. All right, so here is our number of shots. We get to reroll one of them if we don't like it. 6 and a 2. I don't really like the 2.
You like 1?
I like 1 somehow less. So we are going to get 7 shots. We aren't that good at shooting. We're hitting on 4s.
He's feeling it, though.
He's feeling it, though. He's overstat. So we would have been hitting on 2s. Now we're wounding on 3s. Mm-hmm. We're hoping to get some prisoners' points, maybe start thinning out this side a little bit. See how much it helped?
It helped a lot.
Well, it helped a lot.
It helped twice.
1 at -2, and Astra Militarum do not take that. They don't give the people they shoot at save.
It doesn't matter.
They don't give the people they shoot at that little help. It doesn't matter if you roll a 5.
That's right.
The Manticore says, I only have 4 rockets. And so at that point, in a normal army, someone would take leadership. Are you going to take leadership here?
Nah.
No. He's just going to say pass on it. That makes
sense. 10 leadership 10, I lost 4.
Yeah, not enough to be interesting.
Yep, 100%.
So what we do from here is at the end of my turn, I have prisoners. I've already scored my points on that. I also have psychic interrogation. I already scored my points on that. R&D, I put that corner away, so now I just have 1, 2, 3 to go. Chain 2 bad, and then I turn it over to Travis.
All right, Necron turn 1, going back up to 3 CP.
Going up to 2
for the first time for the last time. Command phase, things heal. This Scarab Swarm is going to go up to 2 wounds.
Boo.
This guy's going to go back up to 2 wounds, which heals him entirely.
Yes, indeed it does.
Senior Technomancer here is going to revive a dude.
And usually I'd be very sad about this, but what this means is more prisoners points.
It's like this is one of those things that you're like, yeah, more no prisoners. You're like, dude, you're gonna max out on no prisoners. It doesn't more no prisoners. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
That's the way I can at least convince myself that's the benefit of it.
One of the things that was genuinely humorous to me was my one of my opponents at the KC Open did not want to believe me when I told him take no prisoners. He was like, yeah, I'm not entirely. Which secondary zone? I'm like, well, take no prisoners, and he's like, really? And I'm like,
I don't think.
Yeah, yes. Like, going back on it, I honestly should not have been so nice to be like, yes, do it, yes. I should have just been like, yeah, go ahead and take. He was playing Space Marines, so I guess it would be like Odes of Moment. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and take Odes of Moment. Like.
Odes of Moment is a fine secondary, but you don't get 15 for just taking it.
I also don't. I don't stress about trying to beat regular Space Marines.
You
like it all. Don't. So the Spider's gonna revive a Scarab.
Ooh.
Boop. Because we do that. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. We'll be in unit coherency once I move. And then. All right. Mine will be done from the Catacomb Command Barge. We'll go into the Locust Destroyers. Because that's where he can give it. Because I don't think he's... Well, I mean, he could give it to them. Yeah, why not? We'll give it to them.
Yep.
Who cares? Who cares about these guys? We'll give it to those guys. And then we revived here. We don't have anything else to revive. 5-up invulnerable save is going to go into these Scarabs. Reanimator Beam is going to go into these Scarabs. They become... Super Scarabs is what they become.
They become really good prisoner fodder.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But they also become things that hold the middle decently well for me.
Indeed, and that's what we'd like to do here because I did not get 2 points for that. And so
it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. All right, so that is going to be my command phase. I don't believe I have anything else to do in said command phase. So let's move. Because that's what comes after the command phase.
That is, in fact, factually so.
Indeed. Okay, so yeah, I think we just move. Yeah, go ahead.
So while he's moving, tell us a little bit like when did you start competing in 40K? What kind of got you like deciding that that's where you want to go in this game?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I have been playing. I started playing in second edition when I was a kiddo, and I saw the models come out, and I was like, "Oh man, this is super cool, super dark." It has, lots of the sort of universe that they had created at that point really appealed to me, and it is incredibly expensive when you're younger, right? And so even back in like 1994,
it's not incredibly expensive.
no, that has not changed.
Older,
That is
also.
not a feature that has not changed. That feature has not changed. I just got more money.
Yeah.
So I got more money I'm willing to put into it, right? And so I came back in 8th edition, and I was really thinking about it as something fun to play that I'd eventually play with my kids. And the more I got into it, the more I loved building the models, the more I loved sort of putting together, ideas for armies. Started playing in some of the local events, which I think is a great way to get into things. And then from there, the first really big event that I played, I believe was, I think it was something in Kansas City. Yes, I will. Something in Kansas City, and didn't go quite right, but that's okay, right? The first time around, usually you're gonna find some bumps in the road, right? And so what I decided to do from there was the next big event I played was out in Davenport, and I won. Right? I got first, and that really kind of lit a fire under me to come and play some more, and really got me into the competitive scene. And the more I play it, the more I meet a lot of cool dudes who I love playing with, including you guys. And it's a great opportunity to use that big old brain place, right? Mm-hmm. But also getting to blow up scarabs on a board, which is in a given week 90% of what I want.
It's all I want to do in life is blow up scarabs.
All I want to do is blow up scarabs. 100%.
Who doesn't, right?
Now, I guess the big question is, what drew you to the idea of Grey Knight soup? I know a lot of Grey Knights players are like, we're pure, we play Grey Knights, we erase everyone else's memory, look over at this shining light. But what made you decide to mix Guard in here?
Yeah, so I should mention that I have played pretty much every possible variant of Astra Militarum and X. I've done Dark Angels, I've done Custodes, I've done AdMech, I've done everything. And basically, my thinking was, what if I just shot you so much that you weren't there anymore, right? And then later I was like, but what if I also use Mortal Wounds to blow you up, so then you also weren't there, right? And then later I thought maybe I'll do some close combat, right? Which tells you a little bit about my game philosophy, right? And so what gave me the idea, honestly, was when the Grey Knights book came out, the Dread Knights. And I love Dread Knights because you're hard pressed to find another vehicle in the game that just gets a 2-up, 4-up, right? For an Imperium unit, right? It has 13 wounds. It's an annoying number of wounds to try and take off. One of them gets to be a character. That's crazy, right? And so as this has slowly evolved, I've tried different permutations along the way. But one of the things is that Grey Knights really tends to supplement what Astra Militarum doesn't do very well, and vice versa. Grey Knights have real AP problems, right? It's one of the reasons they're at a 39% win rate. Astra Militarum has real trouble holding objectives. Grey Knights doesn't have that problem, right? When their powers combine, right? To go back to some
with your powers combined,
right? Absolutely, some 1990s comics, or not comics, cartoons. That's really what got me there. And I will say that that Grey Knights has largely stayed the same since its books come out, and unfortunately that's not been so great because other armies, Tyranids, have continued to just be absolutely outrageous, right? The Tau book came out, that was really strong. Custodes came out, that was pretty strong. But Astra has gotten better, right? They got Armor of Contempt. Some of their they got the free gear for the guardsmen. They got a bunch of stuff that was really good. And so I have been siphoning off of that goodness ever since.
Mm-hmm.
How's that movement phase coming along there?
Movement phase is coming along pretty well. I'm staging up over here to punch into this because there's a lot of stuff over here that I want to murder. So there's that. I feel pretty good about that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with these Locust Destroyers. So I want to use them, but you have stayed the heck away from them to the point where there isn't an awful lot for me to do with them that doesn't gear me up to be murdered in return. Because back here, I have to come really far forward to shoot across there, and I'm dealing with this obscuring terrain here. So that becomes tough. Anything back here, you've stayed rather far away. I'd have to come very far forward to do anything here with that. So I think, honestly, I keep them where they're at for now. Because what they do is you're staying away from them, which is I don't like because I want to kill your stuff. But
sure.
you're also staying away from them. Which, you know, these guys have a 24-inch apparently stay away bubble, which is not bad.
No.
I'm kind of okay with that. So, and you know what I could do? I could move them up a little bit. So I can move them kind of up into here. Because if you want to shoot them with Grandmasters or the Dread Knights, then that's something. But I think you'd have a hard time getting a line on them with any of the tanks if I just kind of shuffle them into here. Yeah. And that kind of moves them forward a little bit to give them a little bit of a better staging area, if you will. Chronomancer, yeah, we'll tuck you in somewhere here. We'll put you there. That works. And then we kind of just keep you from being able to do any shenanigans this way.
Yep, you start moving into range, making my life hard. I gotta move back a little bit if I really want to do work.
Yep, and the good thing about destroyers is they move 8 inches, which is awesome.
Yep.
They move 9 inches if they're next to the Catacomb Command Barge,
sure,
which they are. They move another 1 inch if they're in the correct protocol, which they are for now, until next turn. And then also they fly, and they're infantry, so they can go through buildings.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, neat, cool. So we're on that. We need to murder you off of that point and take that point back for treasures.
Yep.
We are going to do ancient machineries, I think here.
Makes sense.
Is where we're going to do that. I need to figure out what I want to do with these Scorpec Destroyers. That's what I need to do. Don't forget to move the gosh darn Scorpec Destroyers. Let's see. I think, honestly, what I want to do with these guys... How far does that guy move?
He moves 9.
He moves 9 inches, you say.
And he shoots 24.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I'm not staying away from 24 of that. I'm more concerned about his charge range.
Well, we have a question for Kyle, if I may. So, even though this is the army you're playing, the Empress wanted to know, what is your favorite army?
In terms, it's a great question. I think that, so right now, my favorite, I think that when it gets down to it, I'm probably an Astra Militarum player, right? And I'm just frustrated because we haven't had a book in 5 years, right? And so that's my excuse anyway, right? For wanting to play this very silly list, right? But I love the Astra Militarum, let's put it this way, sacrificing 50 guys to go get a point, right? Blowing things up with tanks, kind of the rah-rah that all speaks to me. I like it. Other armies I really liked building because I have built everything. I will say that right now, the Votan models are so cool. Before I came over here, I was finishing painting my land fortress, right? Which is just an absurd unit. I will say that the single most fun army to build and paint, in case anybody is thinking about it, is not the most competitive, which is Admech. AdMech, the models are so different.
Right behind you.
They're right behind me. They look so different when you glitz them up like Travis's that has. They look cool, and they do crazy stuff.
They have a really neat aesthetic for
They
sure.
need a little help. They're not doing what they want to right now, and that's okay. But they need some help.
That's true. All right, I think that's gonna be my movement phase.
That tracks.
Yeah. So let's go to the psychic phase. Now let's go to the shooting phase.
Terrific.
You got to the psychic phase and you were on your turn. You're like, one of the things I always think to myself during the psychic phase, and I'm thinking, as a Necron player, one of the things I always think to myself is, what's a psychic phase? I don't know what that is. We have an after movement phase with
That's
pan
true.
shards, but
Yeah,
we don't have a
there you go.
psychic phase. I don't know what that means. So question being,
I think it's gonna be a short shooting phase.
it is. I'm half tempted to put some shots into that Grandmaster.
You could.
Because I'm thinking to myself, where are you going to send him?
I can answer that question if you want to.
If you want it. Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to be 13 inches away from those guys.
From these guys? Yeah,
Yeah.
so over here.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. And 9 inches out from these guys, yeah. Yeah, that's fair too.
Question is whether you want to push me off that. If you push these guys off, right, and then these guys come in and play, whether you want to make that trade for this flank for that flank. Maybe you do. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question.
And there's no guarantee I'd do it. I could just say, I'll take the shots, right? And maybe try and pummel through it.
Yeah, which you absolutely could.
Sounds like something I do.
It does sound like something you do. I think we're going to start with an easy thing here. These immortals are going to go into your guardsmen over there.
Go right ahead.
Is what they're going to do. So they are going to shoot 10 shots.
Yes, indeed.
10 shots.
Hitting on threes.
Hitting
Sixes are
on
going to turn into
threes.
3.
That's right. That's what they do. And then yeah, that's just how they do. So,
Whammo.
there we go.
Adding 4 more back to the
sixes.
box.
Yeah, adding 4 in because we didn't drop any.
And we're strength 6 now, I believe, or 5?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. So we're wounding on 3s.
That is correct.
That was less successful than the initial roll.
Yeah, it was about what I
It
expected.
was about what we expected.
Yeah. So there you are, AP 0.
So there's 7 of them. So now I get to make some interesting decisions, which is, do I want to make his charge more difficult here? And maybe I do. Or maybe I want to make it so that he can charge one, but maybe not the other. I care a little bit less. I think what I do is I'm not going to take it on the units in cover because that means making a decision here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how we want to do this. So these are going to be saving on 5s. It was pretty successful, so we're going to get 4 that go through. We might not have to make a decision here. What we're going to do is we are going to pull 1, 2, and then 3. And then we are going to put a wound on the mortar. So that way we can get some shenanigans going with our leadership, meaning that maybe we don't lose as many guys as we thought we were going to.
You bet. Okay, so the next round of shooting, it's not a very heavy shooting army, but I do have shooting things that happen. Let's go. What do I want to do with those Tomb Blades? Because that's the next round of shooting.
It is.
Well, it's going to be the Tomb Blades into something. There's a couple of different options, and I don't like many of them. Let's go into the Interceptors.
Cool.
Is
I
where
got
we're
a
gonna
couple
go.
in there so he'll be able to shoot me.
And I believe I want to spend a CP to turn off their cover.
Sounds good to me.
So I will be, because you have Armor of Contempt, and you'd be in cover, which would completely negate my AP
Yes,
too.
indeed. So now
And
these
so
are
you'd be
4s
saving on
rather than
3s,
3s.
so now we're going on 4s instead.
Yep.
Which I think is worth it.
Probably.
So we'll do that. And we are definitely within 15, so we're double firing.
Yes, indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And Calvin wants you to know that you know what else tracks? Tanks.
Tanks through track. All right, hitting on 3s.
Yes, indeed. Yoink, Scoob.
I do like dice. I like rolling them. That's why I play this game.
Absolutely. That tracks. Looking for those 3s to wound because these are strength 5.
That is correct. 3s again. 3s and 3s and 4s.
It's good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Got a few of them. There you are.
So these are all going to be on 4s. I don't have to make any decision about cover because he denied me that. So we're just going to do our 4s here. We're going to have a pretty
good.
particularly.
It's a pretty damn good roll. Yeah.
We're going to lose 4. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's overstat.
It's very
so
good.
what we're going to do is I'm actually a little bit happy to have him kill some guys because it makes the charge harder. So we're going to pull this guy here and this guy here.
Okay.
That way it's a little precarious to try to charge both.
You betcha.
Sounds like something. Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the Technomancer staff into him as well.
Fire away.
So 3 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Whammo.
Okay. And then wounding on 3s. Because
The staff of light is strength 5, I believe.
Yep, strength 5. Yeah, same profile basically. So 1 more.
Well,
AP2.
it doesn't matter whether we put it on the guy in cover or not because we don't have it. Don't have it, but what we're going to do is we are going to put it on this guy right back here.
Sounds good, sounds good. Okie dokie. Well, I wanted more to happen there.
Sure.
From all of it, but that's okay. You can't get too angry at things. All right, well, that is going to be the end of my shooting phase. So we need to go to the charge phase. Okay, so here's a question I should have asked earlier. That Grandmaster, is he heroic?
3 inches.
3 inches. Okay, so
He's not heroic 6.
I stayed outside of 3, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I do need to figure out what I want to do with these Scorpex, since they're coming in.
I assume they are, and
They
so the
are
question is whether he
coming
goes for a
in.
really lengthier charge here.
Yeah, because it would be a 7-inch charge around there, because that's an 8-inch charge there.
Yep.
So 7-inch charge around there into both of them. Yes, I think I take the 7-inch charge
Sure.
into both of them.
Oh, puppy.
Because that would help me considerably.
Yep.
If
If
I
you
could
get
pick
that
up
far
both.
forward, and if we miss it, still got a CP to give it a retry. 7.
I do,
right?
yeah. I don't want to go down to 1 CP, but it is what it is. So let's go for a 7-inch charge. It's a 6-inch charge. That's not gonna do it. So we're gonna spend a CP.
Yep.
We're gonna go for it again. Oh, don't do this to me.
Oh, there you go.
Thank goodness. Praise the Necron God Emperor. Wait, what? So 10-inch charge is definitely going to get me some range of movement here, which is nice. I can get them around here. I'm just going to take the top of this off here because we can do that, which is really nice. Well, the Scorpex are. Scorpex are coming in. They want to play.
Absolutely.
And your guardsmen are like, I don't want to play.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
we're-
wanna play
we're-
that much. These guys are scary. We don't like that.
Especially because we're hitting on 2s and we're re-rolling 1s from the...
Yep, they did get My Will Be Done.
My Will Be Done.
These guys did. Yep.
Absolutely.
So there is that. Yep. Put the ceiling back on.
Absolutely.
This is dumb. I'm not doing that.
Yes. I will absolutely kill you if you do that.
That would be what we call stupid.
Stupid.
So let's not do that. They'll just stand there and probably die next turn, but at least they're going to be a speed bump for you.
Sure.
And hey, they killed.
They killed
They
some
killed
guards,
2 Grey Knights.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I
Truly.
forgot that.
Yeah. Not many things in lore can say that they killed a Grey Knight.
That's true.
Yeah. These guardsmen are going to be real sad at the end of the battle when the Grey Knights say, "Hey, you can't know about us." So-
Absolutely. The secrets must be maintained.
Okie dokie. That's gonna be all my charges. I don't
Sure.
have any other charges to declare because this would be ridiculous. That's not gonna happen. So, all right, let's fight. So I have some boys here.
Yep.
Looks like I've got 4 guys that could go into the Grey Knights and 2 guys that could go into the Guard.
Yep.
Unfortunately, one of the guys that can go into the Guard is one of the big swipers, which I don't really want. But I guess it's 2 damage versus 3 damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go these 2 guys into the Guard.
Yep.
And then the other 4 into the interceptors.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to do nothing to react to that. I'm going to just let it happen.
Sounds good. And because I'm risky, I'm going to plasma sight them.
Go to town. See if you roll a 1.
Nope.
Nope. You're good, but
So
more attacks.
+1 attack, +1 strength.
Yes, indeed.
Which is nice. So the strength 7 on the baby attacks, and strength 9 on the big attacks.
Big attacks.
So that'll be nice. All right, the +1 attack is the big one though.
Yeah, that's what you want to do here.
Yep. So 5 attacks on the babies, and then because they have base 3, they get +1 for having 2,
Right.
and then they get another 1 for the plasma sight.
Yes, indeed.
So 1, 2, and I have 3 that are going into the interceptors.
Sure.
So 1. Okay. So this is hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yes, indeed. A couple of 1s to reroll. 3 and 1 more there. And then we are looking. These are going into the Grey Knights, so we're looking for 3s.
Yeah, because they are strength 7.
And each one of them, unfortunately, is
A dead boy. Yeah.
It's enough that it's a lot of, I believe, -3.
-3 on the baby attack.
So these are going to be saving on 5s, which is no good. All right, so we might have moved up to offer a trade that, we're definitely going to give into.
Okay.
And then we have other attacks coming at us.
Yes, we have the Guard. So the big swipe gets wasted, but that's fine because I needed to ensure that happened. So let's do the big swipe into the Guard here.
Yep.
4 attacks there, rerolling the 1s.
Yep.
Cool.
And then killing on 2s.
Yep.
We're going to get 3 of them, so we're going to have to pull the mortar first. And then we're going to pull 2 of these so we can't get wrap and trapped.
Sounds good.
And then we got some little swipes coming in.
5 more attacks. Use rerolling 1s. Okay.
And then
I
2s
really
to kill.
wanted to do it, and then 2s to kill.
And you got them.
Got him.
So these guys are going to leave the board. It's a pretty good trade. It's basically 190 points for 180, and now I got to deal with them.
Yeah, which you can, but it's a good trade for me because it also gives me that point, which is going to secure me 5 points on Treasures of the Aeons.
It's going to put me down to 4 for turn 1.
Which is pretty big, yeah. And then keeping you a 4 on turn 1. This is going to be the end of the turn, by the way, Steven. So I'm going to score 1, 2, 3 points on Purge the Vermin.
Yes, indeed.
Because you're not on this side yet. And then I'm going to score 5 points on Treasures of the Aeons.
Yes, indeed.
And then I will score 4 points on Ancient Machineries.
Yes, indeed.
That's not broken at all.
And then I will score 2 points on the mission specific because I took the middle.
So right now, this is something that it looks scary on the scoreboard, and you should expect this with, but you should expect it with Necrons, which is Necrons are going to stack up a lot of points really fast.
Yes.
So then we're going to go over to me. Top of my turn, I'm going to get 4. And what I'm going to have to do is try and knock him off some points. Now, there's a couple ways I could do this.
Travis, how much CP you got? You at 2 now?
I'm at 2 now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
At the
you're
top.
at
At the
3
top
then?
of.
I'm up to 4.
Perfect. That's what I need to keep track of. Thank you.
So then, what I'm going to do here is, my plan is, excuse me, I apologize. I am going to try, the temptation is to just come here and shoot these, try and rack up some points. I don't think I'm going to do that. Partially because I have a squad of guardsmen. There's 2 objective secured models here. If I move onto this objective, I can take it from you without necessarily having to commit. What I want to do is this largely Travis has given this to me, right? And he said, you can probably take these guys out. What I want to do is I want to use these to try and get into the back line, punish him for moving forward, right? And try and do as much damage here as I possibly can. These guys are not within charge range yet, so I want to try and lower the amount there. So and we know that we've got this here, so we got to kind of figure out what we're going to do about that. We have some units we can drop in. We'll see if there's maybe a gap or 2 where we can try and score some points that way. So, excuse me, Mr. Puppy. I'm going to walk right by you. So then we're going to walk over here. One of the first things I'm going to do is I am going to move, these Lehman Russes get to move 4 and 0.99999 inches. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move this so our back, so we're on here and we can see, our back tread can see that way.
You bet.
This guy has no one to blast. He's like, I don't know what I should do. I kind of wish he was Drago right now. I'll say that. These guys have an interesting thought, which is they could pop forward, shoot, pull back. That could be very interesting. I already traded one squad of interceptors. I don't know if I'm totally keen to trade another one. These guys are not... Travis has done a good job of keeping me from just being able to absolutely walk on and steal that objective.
Yeah, I learned my lesson after the first turn.
Yes, indeed.
I was like, I'm gonna come this way a little bit. But yeah, just coming up and
it looks like I got about maybe a 4 or 5 inch charge there. That actually might be worth it because I can knock him off.
It's a relatively probable charge for sure.
Relatively probable charge. I'll get some points for it. I don't mind trading here, especially if I'm going to be shooting there. I try and diminish resources, maybe give these guys something to charge, but then I can do something about them. So I think I feel okay with that. It does. They also do have something to shoot here. That's kind of nice. So we'll move that way.
New protocol for the turn, because I can't stay in the Protocol Sunstorm for 2 turns, which I normally do if I'm taking Silent King, but I can't do that. So new protocol is Protocol of Eternal Guardian. So if I have not moved, I get light cover.
Oh, I like that.
Which is, because I'm going second. I haven't moved yet this turn. It's pretty good.
These guys are just going to move right up. They're going to have to keep at least one guy back so that they can get orders from this feller. Fortunately, we did not take Assassinate or anything, so it doesn't matter too much whether this guy dies or whatnot. I could move this guy to get into position to shoot some things. I'm kind of tempted. There's not much temptation to pick these off because as fun as that would be, the Catacomb Command Barge is still
standing there.
Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can rack up some points here. I feel happy with that. This guy is in an interesting position because he's really waiting for the counter charge here. So we want to keep out of what's our threat range here.
They move 8 inches,
and then they can. So we want to keep out of 21. If we can. So we would love to be at 24 inches from them, which is a great range to shoot at them, but also not be stabbed to death. These guys right here, right now, they are holding this objective. I don't mind them continuing to do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see if maybe there's an opportunity for this little teeny Scion squad to come start figuring out their R&D plans. That doesn't look like it's going to be too fruitful because that is well cordoned off. So one of the conundrums of R&D is that you do have to be 6 inches, but it looks like I might have. Oh no, nope.
It's one of the things that I grew to really appreciate about the two two-man Crypto Thrall units.
Absolutely.
Was I was like, you know what these do really well? They hang out in the backfield and they screen out for deep strike.
They do,
and they just chill there. And your opponent really doesn't want to shoot at them because they're like, I want to, but I want to shoot at other stuff. And you're like, yeah. There's a choice. There's a choice to be made.
There's a little bit of a. This is unfortunate that we might have to accept that we're going to have to walk at least one unit up there, but we're going to try and clear this out a little bit. Maybe force these guys forward because make the Necrons have to work for it a little bit. These guys are going to go like this, just to
stage up a little bit.
Stage up a little bit. So things we could do. We could drop these guys here and start moving them forward to do the thing. I don't mind that. I can think of worse ideas. They get to cast. That's kind of good. There'll be 9 away. So I think that's probably our play here. These guys, and so right now, this turn, these fellers are just going to be doing R&D in this corner. They're going to be 6 away from the edge, so they're not going to get to cast their spells, but that's all right. We kind of need them to do other stuff at the moment. This guy doesn't have anything really better to do with himself, so he might as well advance over here and try and help. He isn't doing much if he's not either getting CP or blessing one of these guys. This guy, Travis has done a nice job of blocking me, and so he is going to go 1.01 inches away from these guys. You
Yep,
probably won't get the opportunity to charge, but maybe you will. It means we don't want to probably put shooting into him because he's going to smash him with a big old hammer.
You bet.
This guy right here is going to walk up. One of the things we don't want to do is just kill these guys and then have nothing to take the objective.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a conundrum, but there's not a lot to be done about it. That's kind of the way it's going to play out. The good news is he will have OBSEC because he's standing right next to that guy. Also, we can always, when we get the charge here, we might be able to maneuver and just get over to here when we smash enough of them. And we just do leave this guy hanging a little bit, and it's okay. I think that's all right.
There's not an awful lot of shooting to worry about for him right now.
Yeah,
so
I think he's okay. So then we got an astropath over here. We're going to think to ourselves, where is our nearest character? Is anybody up in this little blob?
this is a character here.
That is a character. Let's see, we're 24 inches in.
This is a spider with a gloom prism.
Ooh, I don't like that though. So I don't really want to do that. I'm happy to just have this guy do his thing. I guess we probably want to start maneuvering this way, just get away from the spider, so that way we can start doing other stuff. He's only going 7, so you know what? He'll just relocate over here. That's fine. Scions are going to wait to come in. They really want to do R&D. They really want to do it once we've cleared some of this area, or maybe over there when things have had to move forward. We're going to move along to our psychic phase, because that's what we like to do.
Yeah.
So we are...
I don't like it.
We don't like it. No, you shouldn't like it. Nothing about it is good. We should have a line of sight from there just to make sure. Boop, boop, boop. So, like I said, I always check what do I need to do that I haven't done yet. So we already said in advance those guys are going to R&D. Prisoners don't need to do anything there. And then our third one is psychic interrogation. That's of course where we're going to start. So we're going to start with an easy one. This guy is going to ask you some questions. Yes, he is. He's going to say, do you feel like chicken tonight? Let's find out. You do!
It feels like it.
He feels like chicken
Yeah,
tonight.
it goes off
He's a
on fire.
Necron, but I don't know, he's hungry. So we're going to pick up a 3 on interrogate. Again, there's not a lot of counterplay from Necrons. That's one of the reasons this is strong.
Yep.
We are then going to, this guy is ready to unload the power, unleash the power of the Imperium. And so he's going to pay, we're going to pay 1. We're going to do a Grey Knight strat. Why am I using my own dice?
I don't know.
There's
a billion dice all
There's a
around.
billion dice. We're going to play a strat for him where he is going to get 3d6 dice. He's going to get to drop 1 of them. That's going to help us cast our spells. We're going to start with a very, one that is pretty nasty. We're going to start with Vortex of Doom. We're going to need a 7 for this to go
I don't
off.
like this one. I
like it.
I heard Vortex of Doom so many times in my Grey Knight matchup in KC. It hurt so bad.
And it feels good every
It went
time.
off every single time for max damage, and it felt so bad.
So here is our die roll.
Yeah.
We are going to get a 10. It doesn't make it do more, but it is mooey unpleasant. We need to figure out what the closest unit is. I believe it's right here.
You want to measure that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do 2d3 mortal wounds. 2d3 mortal wounds. And to boot, everything within 3 inches, which may or may not be this other unit. It doesn't look like it is going to eat 1. Maybe this guy here? Doesn't look like it. So these guys are just going to get punished pretty hard. We're going to do a Grizzly 4. So we're going to pick up 2
You
of
pick
them.
up 2 of them. You absolutely do.
Do those get to come back?
No.
They don't, because
No.
Necrons have no defense against
No,
psychic powers.
you kill stuff in psychic, and we're gonna go like that.
And
we don't get to.
so we
don't
get
to
4 more
reanimate
on
them.
prisoners. That's good. That's good news for Kyle. Then we're going to go over to this feller. He is going to cast a spell because I might need him to charge. He is going to cast Hammer Hand, which means that he is going to get
Well, before you cast that, it's called ham hand, sir.
Ham
It's
hand.
We do call it ham hands, yeah.
delicious ham hands. Delicious hot ham water.
Got
How
them
does
ham
it taste?
hands.
Ham hands. He's got him.
Yeah, he does.
He's very much got
Yeah.
him. He's ready to. He doesn't have a sword, but by golly, those little punches are no joke.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you with those ham hands.
Ham hands. Those guys don't get to cast anything. Wait, why don't those guys get to cast anything? Because they're doing R&D.
That's
why.
right.
All
That's
right.
right. Yeah.
So then we come over to this guy. He's like, you know what? Let's give you that CP back. And I say, yes, I would love it. I'll go up
do
to
it.
4.
Sounds good, man.
So then from there, These guys, they don't want to cast anything. It just puts them in danger. This guy is like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to hang out here. These guys right here.
What is my role? You scare Scorpec Destroyers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
These guys are going to cast the Prescient Brethren power. I don't even know the name of it. And so it is the thing that does weird out-of-phase wounds. It's a 6 that does work. So I get to pick I believe it's the closest unit. Those guys, whenever they move on a 4-up, are going to take mortal wounds. If they charge, 4-up mortal wounds. They advance, 4-up mortal wounds.
What if they heroically intervene?
4-up mortal. Actually, I don't know if it is, but I've got enthused, so I'm just going to keep with it. All right, I actually don't know. I don't even know the name of the power.
Because Kyle, you know what I will do? I will absolutely spend 2 CP for them.
And I will be so excited when I roll a 2 for mortal wounds. When I'll be like, no,
wait, what?
Nope, I don't know how that works. All right, so then this is where it gets interesting. For one of the things that Grey Knights can do is for 1 CP, they can cast again. I gave that guy 3d6. Why waste it? So we're going to pay to cast again. He is going to cast Empiric Amplification. See, I know the name of that one.
All right.
And what this is going to do is he gets to pick a target within 12, and those guys take +1 damage.
+1 damage.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good.
No.
Emotionally. So
or physically.
Physically. I'm going to fail it. Now, an interesting question here is how much I care. I paid enough to get 3d6. Am I willing to pay 2 to do this? I probably am. I'll go to 2. I did get the extra CP back, so I've got a little to burn. The first one is a 3, and then we're keeping it exciting, and we're going to pass it.
There you go.
So what we're going to put it on is it's an interesting question about what's actually within 12. I don't get to put it here, which I'm sort of sad by. Probably what I do is I put it on the Scorpex. That way the Scorpex, even yes, they will be, when these things hit them, maybe they do -1 to wound, but actually maybe that's dumb. Maybe the right play here is just to put it on these guys and then mow them down with the little guns. I do want the free movement. I want to stop you from getting purge, but I also don't mind blocking you with a 3-up guy. That's not too bad. So you know what? I'm going to follow my own advice. We're going to put it on these guys just in case we need it.
All right, sounds good.
We are going to do, and then we go to the top of the shooting phase because I believe we're out of things to do. We always do our orders first. I mentioned that I wouldn't have to kill him off this objective because we're going to move. Vroom.
Extra 3 inches.
Extra 3 inches, so we get to go 9. So we're going to haul it. Vroom. We still got some strikes over there doing strike stuff. These guys will go like this. Now we got more bodies than him, even though he's got so many scarabs over there. We're going to try and thin those out a little bit. You don't want to thin them out too much, because then one of the things is you can put models back. That doesn't feel good. I got 5 right now. Got to make it so he can't put 5 back, right, and then just steal the objective. In the command phase of all times, right? So what we're going to do from here is we're going to do some shooting. That guy is going to reroll 1s. This guy right here, he is going to say reroll. He's going to say smoke and shoot. So what that means is it's called Strike and Shroud. And Strike and Shroud, what it does is
I like smoke and shoot.
Smoke and shoot.
Yeah. Just some dude drive.
Dude, you know
shoot it.
Yeah, that's absolutely what's happening in that particular Lehman Russ. So he is going to say smoke and shoot. He's going to smoke a cigarette while he shoots. So he's going to get B -1 to hit. That helps a little bit against these guys. If they get the +1 to hit, it offsets a little bit. A little helpful. All right, so we're going to start with things that might get put out of range. So our first thing we do is we're going to shoot this guy here. I think Travis is going to do something about this. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I'm going to -1 of it.
So we're going to do -1 to wound.
Down to 1 CP.
Whirling Dervish. Yeah, I know the name of that.
It's actually not the name of it.
Whirling.
It is whirling something. It's like whirling death or whirling.
Right.
Blades.
Whirling Dervish sounds
Whirling.
cool, though. Absolutely. There you go.
Whirling.
Always whirling. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the Demolisher Cannon because it's possible that it kills 1 guy each time. I like that. Number of shots, we're going to get a minimum of 3 on each dice because there's 6 of these fellers. That guy is so mad. He does not. You're dancing in.
I didn't get to shoot the first turn.
You're dancing.
I'd like to shoot twice.
I'd like to shoot twice. You're dancing enraged him. We're hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. We are, as mentioned, enraged. Still a 2. Usually it's strength, so it's strength 10, so usually we would be wounding on 2s, but because we're doing our provocative dance inside the building, we are wounding on 3s. That's not what we're doing, in case you're curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 at -3. Now, he has all of these guys in cover, so he's going to be
They
on
all
5
get
ups.
cover anyway because they haven't moved this turn.
Oh, that's right.
The protocol
because of
on
our
anyway.
protocol. So these are
Yeah.
5 ups no matter what.
5s ups, indeed. It's real bad.
Oh, looks like we failed one of them.
Looks like you got the
Oh,
whole
6
squad.
of them. Yep. We'll find out. I'm not real
That's
good.
improbable, folks.
Yeah. There you go. These are. I got to roll some 3s here, and so if I don't roll 3s, this doesn't end up being
Oh,
as
sure.
cute as it sounds. So first shot is a 1.
Okay.
This is a great time to use a CP. I'm gonna go down to 1. 2
All right, so
is
you-
enough to matter.
That kills one. Yep.
Kills 1, and then here's our next one. 3, that's going to kill, guys. We're down 2. 3, that's the right number, so we've lost 3. 2, and then so we'll kill 4 of them.
All right.
And then
You got more shots coming.
I do.
yeah.
So here is our Bolter Grande. And then these are going to be usually our strength 5, so usually they wounding on 4s. Now they're wounding on 5s. Nada. And then Plasma just gets flat because when you start counting for blast, you count as soon as you start shooting at the squad.
Yep.
So we're going to get 6 shots. Good thing we are re-rolling
This is
1s.
a good thing. For you.
For me, this was not a 2 when
Yeah.
we rolled it.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then, so these are strength 8, not strength 10. So rather than going to 3s, we're going to 4s. I'm going to have to roll that one in the box. So we got 2 at -3, so those are going to be 5 ups for you. And those are going to be 2 each.
Okie dokie. Saved 1.
So 1 guy's down to 1, and then 4 guys died.
That is
flat. So let's find
Yep.
out how many are coming back. We're going to, regardless, we're going to pick up 12 on prisoners.
And 4.
I'm expecting at least 1 to come back.
Oh, don't say what you expect, because there's going to be none of them coming
None
back.
of them coming back.
Yeah,
It's,
don't.
now it's important
Why
against
do you
Necron
jinx
players
me
to
like that?
always say, "I expect at least 1 to come back," so that 0 will come back.
It's one of those things is like, you know, if I could just wish for something, it would be to roll odds all the time. I would just be like, you know what? I don't want hot rolls. I don't want cold rolls. Just give me odds, because then I would just know. You know.
I want bacon-filled rolls.
You know that Calvin was in there saying the exact same thing.
Yeah. No, 100%. 4.
So 4 of them go away. We got 1 guy left who's at 1,
That is accurate.
and I got to try and finish him off in a way that doesn't leave him on the objective.
The front guy. Is that
I understand. That's exactly what I would do. I got good news. I am
You're like,
+1.
I understand you're not being dumb.
I
All
understand.
right?
I absolutely
Front
understand.
guys at 1.
Absolutely. So right now, what I want to do is I would like to try and take him out with this guy, in the hopes that I can then use this to shoot here, charge here, and just generally be a menace. I don't get to use those guys because they're doing R&D. That guy, I believe, advanced, so he's not doing anything anyway. He does have a flamer, but I got a feeling that's not going to do much. I'm not even sure it's in range. And if it is, I guess I'll shoot it. So number of shots with that there flamer. 3. These are going to be wounding on 6s, which is also called bad. No, not unhelpful. But
Well,
I like you, Tech Marine.
You got to take your shots when you can.
You
right?
got to take them. This feller is going to put everything here. I'm down to 1 CP, by the way, because I did use a reroll
That's
there.
correct. Yep.
Which
fella?
This feller right here,
That guy,
the Dread Knight.
the non-grandmaster.
The non-Grandmaster. And so my hope is that he, because it's +1 damage, maybe he has enough to just put these guys on the ground by himself. He's hitting on 3s. He's re-rolling 1s with his little gun. We're starting with a little gun because it's going to do 2. We got 1 guy with 1 wound. We got 1 guy with 3.
Yeah.
And so the big gun's going to do 3. We'll see if maybe we can finish you off there. We are super glad we are re-rolling 1s because there's a lot of 1s, and then we followed it up with some 2s. We got 3 over here that hit. Okay, well that's more encouraging.
It's a good conversion. Yeah, for sure.
These are strength 5, so they would usually wound on 4s, but because we did our sexy dance, we're wounding on 5s. That was eminently more successful. We have 3 at -1, so those are going to be 3 ups because he's sitting in cover.
That's correct.
That is correct. We're going to do what we want to do, which is we're going to pick up one guy.
Yeah, killed that one guy.
And then we got the gun that is now a little bit stronger because we amplified it. It was psychically amplified. Boom, boom. Yeah, it's driving down the street.
Psychic amplification.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely sounds like a techno song.
It does. So we're shooting here. Here's our big gun. Out. You might say to yourself, Kyle, why can you get to shoot at this guy who's behind the wall? Because when I started shooting, there were guys there.
He's also touching the terrain. You can
oh
see
yeah,
him, you know
that is
too.
Also,
also because you can just see him, Kyle.
because I could just walk up and touch him. All right, so then we are wounding. Usually we'd be wounding on 3s. Now we're wounding on 4s because you're -1.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good though.
I got 4 at -2. Those are 4-ups, and each one is going to kill a guy. There's only one guy left.
Yeah, you got him.
Oh, naughty. Yeah, that's not worth the CP. Not when you got one left.
No, it's fine. Yeah, and there's more shots coming.
And to boot, it also puts me in the precarious position of not having taken this objective, which I sort of didn't plan to.
It's not sticky objectives, though.
It's not sticky.
Neither of us have it. So
neither of us have it, right? But if my plan had been to charge there, I'm probably not going to accomplish it. This guy now goes, hey, I can do whatever I want. And he's like, I want to party, right? Which makes sense. The question is, do I shoot with him next? Because right now, there's other things that I probably would like to do when I think about priority. So one of the things I'm going to do is this feller over here is shooting from the cheap seats. He's going to just take some pot shots at these guys, try and rack up some prisoners points.
Sounds good.
So on prisoners, I ended up picking up a total of 18 there because I knocked all those guys off. So he's shooting from back.
Are you keeping track of that? Is Steven keeping track of that?
I'm
Steven's
assuming.
keeping track of it. All right, good. We've been throwing out numbers.
So far, we're at 42.
42.
I actually kept track of it for my opponents the entire time at KC. I just kept a calculator.
Oh,
on my
that's
phone, and I was just like, anytime if something got picked up, I just plugged it in, and then at the end of the turn, I just told them, hey, you got 46 extra points on no prisoners this turn, and they're like, oh, okay, and then like you just keep track of it.
This feller, again, these are going to be forced to wound because we don't get to do the same strat twice. We're going to be saving on 3s here. Wait, why are we saving on 3s?
Because they have light cover.
Because they have light cover. They have light cover
because they have not moved because of the command
I
protocol.
got 2 more
This is
here.
a decent one. Oh, didn't see him.
The command protocol is just getting light cover for everybody.
Trace.
So 3s. Ooh, I'm going to pick up a guy and a half.
I don't roll well.
Oh,
I'll tell you that. Okay.
And I hate them, so that works for me. But the problem is that they also hate me. They literally say it in the data sheet.
One
damage to
One
one
damage? Okay, thank you. Yeah, he's a guy and a half, and I was like, they have 3 wounds. I don't know what that means.
We're going to miss 2 of these. We're going to be wounded on 3s. We're just hoping to pick up one more guy here and make life a little better. 2 at -2, so those are 4-ups.
We love it.
Awarded. A hex upon your family.
Reanimation. No, almost. Look at that.
That could have been bad.
If only I was in the really good command protocol that lets me re-roll 1 dice every time I roll command reanimation. Why? Why is that so bad?
So I picked up another 3 on prisoners. In the meantime, so the Manticore's got some things to do. I'm sort of thinking about order of how I want to do things. One of the things I want to do is I don't want to pull. So one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to pull myself out of shooting range, out of charge range here. So I don't really want to shoot at them. Although, admittedly, there's so many bugs there. I maybe want to try and pick off a couple wounds here. If you pull this guy, it does get significantly worse. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to be saucy and we're going to shoot at these guys, even though I specifically said I probably shouldn't. One of the things we'll do is we'll put our plasma shots into these here fellers, because then maybe we pick up some things that aren't bugs.
Yeah.
And then we can't res a whole bunch. You can't get 5 to put back here. So we'll put demo cannon here. We'll put plasma and heavy bolter here. So let's start with the easy stuff. We have plasma going this way, number of shots. We're going to overcharge. We don't need to overcharge.
No, they're one wound models.
Cool.
T5.
T5. That's still
Not
cool.
that
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So here's plasma shots.
Yes, Mr. Steven.
What was your Eternal Protocol?
Command protocol for this turn is Protocol of Eternal Guardian, which is, so long as I have not moved yet, I get light cover. Is the one right now.
He wants to know the one you always
The constant protocol is Protocol of the Hungry Void, which is +1 strength on the charge.
Ooh, so hungry.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm going to not eat one because I didn't overcharge. I specifically said that. And then 3s to wound here. I got a big old 2 at -3. You're in cover, so those are going to be 5s.
Yes, because the Immortals have a 3-up armor
Yes, they
save.
do.
So.
I'm gonna cook 2 Immortals.
You cooked 2 Immortals. They're cooked.
They're cooked real good. And here's some heavy bolter shots.
Is that also going to them?
It is.
Okay.
2 hits and then your T5, so I'm wounded on 4s. I got 1 at -1, so that's a 3-up for you.
I love it.
They love it. But I picked off a few guys here and made it easier.
Yeah, you
And
go.
it's good.
Yeah,
So they stay dead. I pick up another 2 on prisoners. Here is the Demolisher Cannon. I don't want to do too well here, but I wouldn't mind not doing badly. And because these guys have a 5-up invuln, they have a 4-up res, and could get precarious. So I'm going to get a minimum of 3 on each dice. I'm going to have 5 and a 1. I think I go greedy here, and I try and go a little bigger. Oh, too big!
It's a lot bigger. It's
Too
a lot
big!
Bigger. Yes.
So you have to. So it's weird to. And so maybe I
You're like,
don't.
oh no, I've got too many shots coming in.
I know. So, I did badly though. That's great.
Well, there's
Perfect. Absolutely. So we're gonna take these 2s
There's
out.
like 4 2s.
There's 4 2s. Save it for the wound roll, guys. Yep. And then we're gonna wound on 2s. So it's unlikely we're gonna kill enough that you'll be able to just flatly steal the objective. I'm also gonna drop a dice. So 6 wounding on 2s. Oh, see, we're gonna do
look
real
at that.
bad.
Yeah,
Here's
look at all those
3
ones.
at -3, so those are gonna be 5-ups for you. I don't know, somewhere over here. near the dog.
It's all the way over there. That's fine. We got dice everywhere.
Oh yeah,
down
I see
here,
it.
so.
There you go.
5-up invulnerable save from the Chronomancer. Yeah, 1.
1.
How much damage?
D6.
Tell me. It's 2 damage. You don't even kill 1.
I don't even kill 1.
How
I don't even try.
How embarrassing.
It's very. The Imperium is not proud of them at the moment.
Incredibly embarrassing.
And yet,
And I'm gonna put it on the guy that's here. In here.
so because we brought great shame to ourselves, we're gonna try and redeem ourselves a little bit here. The interceptors here were like, well, we weren't gonna shoot, but now we are. This guy right here, I think, has limited targets, and he is not within 12. So unfortunately, he's just gonna have to shoot 2 shots here. The rest of these fellers are gonna unload their clips here as well. Could end up in a bad situation here where we end up with Scarabs still alive, but because how many wounds do we have there in total?
Looks like 22.
Yoik, Scoob. That's actually quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and...
That is the motto of Scarabs.
That's right.
How many wounds are there? Yikes, that's a lot.
It's quite a few. So we're actually going to put 2 guys who can rapid fire into there,
Sure.
and then we'll put the other 3 this way.
You betcha.
So what we're going to get is we're going to get 10 shots going into these Scarabs we shot at before. These are going to be hitting on 3s. This is not in the mix.
Get that out of there.
And then these are strength 3 and they're strength 4 T3, so we're going to wound on 3s.
More 3s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might pick up one of these here. So those are going to be 5-ups.
Into the Scarabs.
Into
there.
these fellers.
Into those Scarabs. Yeah, absolutely 5-ups.
We're going to put them all through.
Yeah. So that kills one.
base, and then one's down
takes
to
1
1.
down to 1. Yep. So that's going to kill this guy in here.
Let's see if one of them comes back. I'm going to pick up 4 on prisoners, so I'm going to keep mining that.
Yeah, give me your base. All right. And then, yeah, let's see if I can bring guys back. These are being reanimated. So
4-ups.
No.
It's tricky
No.
to roll
Nope.
that many 4-ups, right?
Well, yeah, and just like 1 Scarab base. I think in the entire time I've played Necrons, I've reanimated 1 Scarab base once. Yeah,
That makes
and
sense.
it's extremely improbable, but it happens sometimes.
We are going to go over to this feller. He is going to get a chance to shoot. He is going to. So I think what I want to do here is, much as I would like to just. So these are character protected. Can't shoot at them. Kind of a bummer. But is that
You can shoot 'em.
I would love to shoot them.
They themselves are bodyguards. Actually, they say you can't shoot at something else until you shoot at me.
Are they mystifyingly T6 or something?
They're T5.
T5.
They're 2 wounds each,
And how many?
and they have a 3-up armor.
They have a
save.
3-up armor save. You know, I can think of worse things to do. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to put our little shots into these guys, try and diminish down the number of resources that he has on the board. And then we're going to put big shots here. My feeling is not all of them are going to work, and then that'll make sure we're okay on the charge with the hammer. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are going into these here cryptex. Hitting on 2s because we're the Grandmaster. And then we're going to be wounding on 4s because they're strength 5. I maybe get this done. We are going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. 6 at -1, so those are 4-ups for you.
3-ups. Because they have light cover.
See?
Yeah.
Very clutch. That is called not picking anybody up. So then we are going to do 6 shots into these guys, hitting on 3s. And then they're going to be wounding on 3s because of strength 8. I'm just going to get 1 at -2. That's not so great.
1 at -2. 5 up. We're good.
Ouch. That's a bummer. So we're going to go back to ye old Manticore.
Yes, boy.
The Manticore has some actual good targets this time. Probably the best of those targets is maybe this, because it's the most immediate threat. Oh, I still need to do some shots over there, by the way. I forgot.
Yes, yeah. Do those.
Okay.
Yes.
8 shots. Bang, bang, bang. And then 3s to wound. Completely forgot about that. I have 5 of them.
Okay, and it's AP 0.
It is.
Right, so 5s.
5s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they're covered.
There's 6 up armor saves normally and then cover.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you, Games Workshop, for making command protocols army-wide. You don't need to be next to anything. Just get them.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice. That's less nice. But, so that kills 1 and takes 1 down. So it kills this one and then takes 1 down to 2. Which is fine with you. You're like, I just wanted to plink and I didn't want to make my charge longer.
Right. That's absolutely what I want to do.
Was kind of where we were at with it. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine.
Because now I only have to get a certain number 3, which is not quite as many as I
make my improbable reroll here or thing here. No, it would work for these, but not for these. So that's fine.
Let's go ahead and go to the Manticore.
Yes.
Manticore is thinking about what I need to do here. Probably this is maybe the optimal target, although again, we could go either way. Do we have anybody who can res 1 back over here?
No.
No. We do have someone who can res 1 back over here.
Yep.
So thinking about it that way, and these guys are the same, are ultimately going to be the same. We're going to try pushing this flank a little bit, make life a little hard. So we are going to do our Manticore shots here.
Okay. Into these Scorpex
and
stores here.
Those fellers.
And it is strength.
And then you have no options because you already did your little dance.
In shooting. Yeah, we've already done it in shooting. Yep, you're right. Thank you.
No problem. 3 and a 1. 3 and a 4.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty average.
Not really what I was looking for, but we'll see. 1 hit.
Ouch.
1 wound.
Okie dokie.
-2, so that's a 4.
4 up. Ah, nope.
We'll kill a guy.
Yep, you got the guy.
That helps a little bit. It doesn't feel great, but it helps a little bit.
Don't bring the guy back. Almost.
Almost. And that would have been very good.
I've done a lot of almosts.
And then, well, we're in an unfortunate position where we have to charge here and we may not get it. Now, does that 5 up apply in range?
Yeah, it's just 5 up in vulnerable save, period.
Period.
Not just ranged. Yeah.
So we kind of want to try and get both here. So we're going to start, believe we're into the charge phase. I don't think there's anything else I need to do there. We're going to start by charging these guys into the Scarabs, one that we kind of have to make.
Mm-hmm.
We need, I think we said a 5. 6 will work. Excuse me, puppy.
Sam. Get out here. Go to your crate. Get.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So then we'll go this way. We're going to then go to this guy. He's going to charge in there. He wants to get you. That's what he's about.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and move this way, try and deny some purge points. We're going to do it in the box because that's how we do this.
Mm-hmm.
3, which is really not what I was looking for.
It doesn't get you a lot of range, but it gets you up there. Yeah.
So we'll just move like this.
Okay.
Get as close as we can. This guy's going to try it. I don't know what we need. It's probably a little longer than I'd like. Is there anything else I need to do before I do that? Probably not. 7 might be enough. So right now the current distance is 5. With rotation, I can probably do it. The only question is, does my base fit? We're going to put that there so we can kind of see. Shoot. It looks like, The answer appears to be no. Because is it from the model or
It's
is it
from the base, yeah.
from the base?
For the
Sadly,
Tomb
that
Blades, yeah.
appears to be a no-go.
Yep.
It doesn't look like I actually could have made that. So kind of a bummer, but not a lot to be done. That unit probably won't die with the sort of attacks that I've got. Kind of a bummer, but you know what?
The good thing for you is the -1 hit only applies in range.
That's true.
So,
But I -1 hit anyway because I got a big old hammer.
that's true.
So we're going to start with the one we don't care as much about because you're not going to cut in with one. We're going to use this guy and we're going to pile around. So we're going to go 3 inches this way. Choop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I have the ability to reroll 1s to hit, 1s to wound. That's probably going to happen over there because that's where I really need it to work. And they aren't protected. They don't have an invuln. Here, if I smash through a bunch of them, that's just good news. It's not necessarily groundbreaking.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s, that's fairly good news. It's strength 12, so I'm wounding on 2s.
Yeah, I think so.
And these are going to be D3 plus 3 each. Woo. Pretty good. So we're saving on 5s.
Yep, 5 ups.
I'll smash 3 of them.
You will smash 3 of them.
And we're going to see if... so you get to pull 3. I get to decide where I want to move. And then you get to see who all comes back from the grave.
Yeah, and we're going to pull. We're going to pull like that.
And what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and just move around this way so as to block any guys coming back and touching the objective.
Sure. And then I'll roll my reanimation.
Absolutely.
1, 2. I need 2 more. 3. I get 1 back.
Yep.
Almost 2. Get 1.
Almost. So I'm going to pick up another 6 on prisoners. Right?
We'll
go like that.
Yeah, we'll go like that.
Sure.
Hang on. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Like a so. Like a so.
So then we're going to go over to these fellers. They're going to pile in. We're going to go around this way. I don't think we're going to get shot to death, but in case we do, we've got some options. So we'll go like that. Choop. Choop.
It's a lot of swords.
A lot of swords. We're going to pay 1 because we kind of need to get this done to reroll 1s to hit, 1s to wound.
Down to 0 CP for you?
Down to 0 CP. Kind of precarious. Need to get quite a few of these through. The good news is that they're not going to get an invuln against it, and it is going to be 2 apiece. 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So 2s are not my friend here, but 1s are fine. Choop, choop. Pull these over to the side, and then gonna get a little help there. These are gonna be strength 5, so they're gonna wound on 3s. And whatever they put through, fortunately, is just gonna go right through.
You need 9 to get the whole squad. Yeah,
that's discouraging because that feels like a lot.
It's
a lot though. It might not matter with the reroll 3, 6, 9, 10. So it's
yeah,
not
there you go. You got
some. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of points for prisoners. I believe I get how many of those did I pull off?
5.
5. So 5 times
20.
4.
Yep. 20 more.
20 more.
Yep.
5 times. Yes, that's
5 times
right.
4 is 20. Yep.
Right. I forgot how math worked.
We're at 77.
77.
Seems pretty good.
Seems pretty solid. I get to consolidate. Never forget to do that. And so the question is, what do I want to do? Well, I think what I want to do is I want to move onto this so that when you charge me, I can set to defend, perhaps. Will I do it? I don't know. Maybe I'll remember. I don't ever remember. So then you get to fight me with those
fight you over here.
doggone tomb blades who
cool thing
wouldn't
about
die.
it is I do get to pile.
That sounds pretty
Which
good.
is really what I want to do. So I want to move 3 inches closer over here, but closer to you. Right?
Sure.
And then
So we do have a quick question.
this way.
So these guys are, this one feller's based, so you're kind of stuck there.
Was he? He wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He's meant to be
If you
based.
wanted him to be based, that's fine.
Yep.
But, yeah.
So we did have a quick question.
Listen,
It was just the question was like, how did
Well, then I can't really
the
move them.
interceptors
That's fine.
ignore the scarab's invuln, or not invuln, but the Yeah, I guess he's thinking.
These scarabs didn't have an
That
invuln.
didn't
Oh,
help.
they did have an invuln.
He did say they're not going to get an invuln, which is technically correct.
Right.
That they don't get an invuln. 'Cause
I
they
was
don't have one.
just mentioning that these guys don't get in.
I think he was mainly saying they're not going to get a save.
Right.
Period against the swords.
That is more correct.
Yeah.
Which is the proper kind of correct.
We don't hit you.
We don't. Threes don't hit.
I'm pretty sure they hit on fours.
I think
no, they hit on threes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We don't wound you. All right.
But I wanted to see it.
you
right?
also only have one
Absolutely,
attack, so
Travis.
it's like, yeah, whatever.
So end of turn. I've done some work. I didn't do what I wanted to over here, and that could cost me. I did knock him off some objectives. Part of my goal was to give him a 4, just like he gave me a 4. I'm racking and stacking on prisoners. And so then we'll go over. I'm going to go up to 1 CP. These guys, I don't think anybody owes me leadership, do they?
No.
Okay, cool. So then I'm going to pick up another 4 in R&D. I've only done my own zones. He's done a really good job of zoning me out. And I'm trying to put pressure on him, trying to get him to crack, trying to just get him to mentally kind of freak out, maybe attack me physically is what I'm going for here.
You're in my house.
You're in my house.
No, I mean,
Absolutely.
literally, you're in my house.
I am, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. All right, so I am up to 2 CP.
I'm up to 1.
We're still in the same protocol, which doesn't do anything for me right now. My will be done is going to go into the Locust Destroyers because we can't really put it in other places that I care about. So we'll go into them. And then these guys are dead, but I do get to revive one.
Oh, no!
So that's why I kind of wanted to pile in.
We're
going
going to just remove this wound here because he also
he heals back up.
he heals back up.
I kind of wanted to be able to pile in around this way because then I could revive one and get onto the point.
Yep.
And then own it in my command phase. But that didn't happen. We'll revive the one scarab that is dead over here.
Yep.
To do that, which now I have 3 on the point, but that doesn't matter. And yeah, so Chronomancer buff is still going to go in those scarabs. Reanimator buff is still going to go into those scarabs. We don't have really anything else to do for buffs in the command phase.
Boof.
Boof. French words.
Boof.
Yes. Sounds good. So let's move, because that's what comes after the command phase. Any questions, Stephen?
I asked the one. I'll keep looking. Let me see. Why do I have questions?
How about that?
Well, we did have one question, but I'll ask you this one later because it's about the Army of Renown coming out for Necrons. But I guess with that in mind, actually, Kyle, what is your feelings about the Necrons Army of Renown that's coming out?
So it's interesting, and I have a teammate, Brandon, who's very excited about the Army of Renown. He's under no illusions that it is going to necessarily be game breaking, but it certainly has. What I'll say is this: Necron secondaries already really strong, right? Do I like not being able to take some of the other units? Like destroyers are some of the best units in the game, in that particular army. But I don't know if there's some things that are really strong with it, but there's some units you don't get to take that I don't know if it's going to make for a stronger army. Do you get to take scarabs in that army?
So there is a current Necron Army of Renown that came out this last month. That is the Destroyer Cult army. That you cannot take scarabs. It has to be Destroyer Cult models.
Oh, we're
and
talking about the
Flameless.
Canopec.
There's a Canoptic one that's coming out this next month. I know nothing about it. I don't know if there was any spoilers that have come out in the Necron world or whatever about it, but
it looks like there's something about them being T6 or possibly having a 2+ save.
It's cute.
for what?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what was written, and it didn't have a very specific answer.
For like wraiths? T6 2-up save wraiths?
It sounds better than
I'd be here for it.
It sounds better than it is, though, because Wraiths still hit on 4s, right?
It's
Wraiths
true.
still hit on 4s. One of the things I'll say about it is...
And they're 2 damage.
And they're
There's
2
like,
damage, yeah, and they're -2, so they actually have trouble
Their
picking on
their
Marines.
durability is already there with the 4-up
The
involved.
durability's already there.
Yeah.
I don't know that the 2-up has changed in my life, right? It doesn't change, because most of the time if they're going to die, it's going to be in close combat anyway. 3 wounds is nice, don't get me wrong.
And it's not like they get Armor of Contempt. Where like Armor of Contempt and 2-up is
annoying.
you're like, yeah, no, that's good. But like just a regular 2-up, you're like,
Yeah.
tell me more.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not one to disparage. There's let's put it this way, in the sense that anytime you have an Army of Renown come out, you get some interesting combinations because you aren't just getting a dex, you're getting to add to an existing dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that ends up being pretty darn interesting. But will I be playing it? Perhaps not. But I don't think that it's. I think that.
Let's swap spots.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I can think of worse ideas. Canoptic units have never been bad. They've just been more.
They've
work.
just never really been good.
Yeah, they're more work. They're more work. The destroyers are just, oh, we're gonna hit on 2s. We're gonna reroll 1s. We're gonna do everything really well. Maybe not so much the other way.
Yeah. So they've always had something, you know. I think we're gonna take our shot at this guy.
It's what we want.
There's a certain point you gotta take your shot, right? And
they're gonna come run in my face. I get it. I'm trying to make it so you have to make some hard choices, right? That's been my game plan here.
Yeah.
While he's thinking about that, and I'm wondering. So everyone's seeing that you're wearing the Rolling Sixes shirt, right? And what is the Rolling Sixes? How you got involved with them? Give us a little rundown, if you will.
Yeah. So Rolling Sixes is the team that I play for. They're all over Iowa. There's like 30 of us, and we organize lots of events. So if you're in the Midwest, come check us out. Right? We run the Iowog each year here in Iowa, and we have one of the best organizers out there, Joshua Thomas, who does anything and everything. He's got a million crates of terrain. He has expert advice on putting tournaments together. He also plays a very mean orcs list. And so we are big into expanding the hobby, right? We also, we play a lot of games. Oh yeah, play a lot of games. And so the way I got involved with them was after I won that tournament in Davenport.
Davenport.
Yeah, they're all D's here.
Yeah, right.
Decorah, Davenport, whatever. Josh said, "Yeah, you should come play for us." He got me a jersey, and that was it.
Fallback.
I was bound to him forever, as one becomes. And so, yeah, I get to I go play games with them quite a bit. I got some awesome teammates, and it's a lot of fun.
That's done.
I'm watching the destroyers with dismay.
Yeah, I'm just falling back at the Tomb Blades so I can hold this point.
Yep, makes sense.
Because
Getting those Aeons points.
Need to hold it right now. Shooting is fine. Whatever. This is the thing over here. Made me think about what I want to do with my Locust Destroyers. It's really
Indeed.
done.
I haven't given you easy stuff to do with them.
It is what I expected out of this game, honestly, Kyle. I didn't think you were going to give me anything that was easy.
No,
which is
I
fair.
I don't do easy, except when it's Vengeance for Cadia. Absolutely, hit that button.
Yeah. Just out every turn, hit that button for sure.
But these are not chaos. I can't Vengeance for Cadia. Who am I?
Where am I?
What am I doing? Yeah, we got to make some hard decisions because I know he doesn't have a ton of chaff shooting. These guys can pick off some of them, but they're probably not picking up that whole squad, right? Making life a little tricky.
Yes, I'm debating myself how much I care about that squad. I care a little bit, but I can move Scarabs up and take the point back.
You can.
And that'll secure me the ability to do the action for this next turn. You have 1 CP, so I don't necessarily need to worry about interruption.
Correct.
Right? You don't have a 1 CP interrupt or anything like Custodes.
Such a thing does not exist.
Custodes haven't.
I know. I mean, I'm saying for my army,
it's not a greatness, yeah.
Yeah, if you're standing on an objective and you're the greatest fighters in the Imperium, sure.
Yeah, 1 CP, sure. Interrupt. Go ahead. It'll be fine. So there's that. So I can charge here and charge over there and not necessarily worry about interrupts. You're going to pop that 3. That 3
100%. There's no way I don't.
So I'm just going to be asking you to roll a bunch of 2s.
That's
essentially.
You're going to ask me to roll a bunch of 3s, but yeah.
Well, I'm asking you to roll 2s. I don't want you to roll 3s. That's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Yeah, I think we keep the locusts back for another turn. I think we keep them there because
It's an ongoing threat.
well, and this is Abaddon Sanctuaries, and you're gonna want that middle turn 5.
So at some point, I want to get there.
Yeah, you're gonna want to get there, and I don't want you to think that you like that. That's a comfortable place for you. So we're gonna move some of these scarabs up a little bit.
Yep.
Just enough that we get our 6th body on the point because you have 5 dudes.
And I
need-
keep doing that.
I need 6 boys. And I need to move this real quick so that I can move these guys. And by guys, I mean
Scallops.
bugs. You know?
I do.
You know? Bugs. Gross. I'll shift these guys.
Now, there's plenty of armies that are just going to have a very hard time removing that big pile of wounds. When I talked to Jack Harpster, who's a superb Necron player, one of the things he told me was you'd be shocked at the number of people who just pour their whole army in trying to move 135 points of scarabs.
It's hard.
It's hard. I mean, that's a lot of wounds to remove. I have Demolisher cannons, which are in the good, favorable position of being able to pick those up if things go well. But it's not guaranteed. And, without OBSEC, that can get very challenging.
Okay. So there's that. I moved there, moved over here, kind of shuffled these guys up a little bit here. They are still being annoying and screening out this backfield here. So 9 inches, 9 inches. Yeah, you can't fit a full squad in that. So I'm not too worried about that. Still 9 inches. 9 inches over here is still really annoying, and then 9 inches from this guy is also really annoying. So they're still doing a pretty good job over there. These guys are doing a similar thing over here, and they've got that forward thing there. So screens are still a thing. We've got 9 inches here, 9 inches here, so that's good there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of my movement. So let's go to the shooting phase. We will do simple things in that we're going to shoot these immortals into that squad there because they don't have anything else to shoot at, so might as well. And killing your stuff. Your stuff doesn't come back, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, 3s.
No 6s.
No
Looking for
6s.
3s to wound.
All
5
of those though, so 5.
So what we're gonna do is
AP0.
we got some guys there in cover. We got 5. We got 4 wounds. It looks like that we can pull from. So here's 4. Those are 4 ups. Love that. We'll lose 1.
Sounds good.
And then we're gonna put it on the Voxcaster in the back. That guy does die. So we're going to pull this guy. Let's pull this guy, even though he's the leader. That's fine. We don't want to fall out of coherence.
Sounds good. Let's do, because there isn't anything else to shoot at, we'll do the Catacomb Command Barge into him as well. So 3 shots. Hang on, 2s.
Yes, indeedy. And then strength 6 or
It's the same as the baby shots from these guys. So strength 6, AP 3 for
D3?
D3, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. If it's like the baby guys, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same gun.
2?
2.
Yep. So what we're going to do is it's going to auto kill guys. I don't really want to give him the mortar. I'm going to pop one guy in front, and I'll pop the guy back here in cover.
Sounds good. Okie dokie. So that is there. Let's shoot, because we can.
Laser beams.
The beam eyes. The laser eyes. From these guys. Yeah.
Laser cats.
Absolutely.
Get me.
They're going to get 2 shots each.
I think that's
They're
correct.
They're pistol 2. Some sort of
something
weird thing.
Pistol
Pistol
3-ish.
2, strength 5, AP 2, damage 1.
That's why we hit in cover.
Yep. So 4 shots.
I think these guys hit on 4s.
Oh, yeah. They're canoptic.
They're canoptic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keep that in mind for when that Army Renown comes out.
Oh, it's over.
Our eyes were not hot.
You want to teleport with that Grandmaster?
Dude, if you shoot at me, I very well might.
You're like, I'm out.
I'm
See you
out.
later.
See ya. Have fun getting that point.
Possibility of dying to Scorpex, or definitely not dying to Scorpex and being somewhere else.
And being somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be my shooting.
Yep.
I don't have that. Oh, sorry. These scarabs are doing the action in the middle.
I understood that. That's fine.
Because I take it back and then do the action.
Cool.
So let's go to the charge phase.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna charge over here. First and foremost, I'm gonna plasma sight.
Cool.
Is what I'm gonna do because I'm a greedy boy.
Nope.
It wanted it for a second. I
It
saw
was
the one. And I was like,
almost
yeah.
there.
Okay, so we did that, and then I'm gonna charge with the plasma sight.
Go to town.
Would you like to fire Overwatch?
No, I'm gonna set to defend, but I
Okay,
ain't fine Overwatch. I'm just gonna take the +1 to hit.
Okay. Now I will charge the Scorpex.
Boom.
Those of you Necron guys out there, having a plasma sight along, not a bad idea. Charge to them in first, because if you think that your opponent in any way might be tempted to fire Overwatch, you can charge a plasma sight in because it's a completely different unit, and you can say, "Go ahead,
Yeah,
fire your Overwatch, do it." I'm sorry, Isaac. I had a wonderful opponent, Isaac, in the tournament we went to last, where he had a unit of Rubric Marines with flamers that he put right in the middle, and I brought a unit of Scorpex up, and he was like, "Yeah," and they were buffed, they were ready to go, and I'm like, "I'm gonna charge with this plasma sight," and he's like,
"Ooh,
oh, all right."
Discouraging.
I'm like dink, and then you come in with the Scorpex. All right, so we did that over there. We're gonna charge over here. And then, yeah, we're gonna plasma sight these guys.
Go to town.
Ooh, I lose one. That's fine.
It's good news for Kyle.
It is good news for Kyle.
Can those come back or no?
Not with because so for reanimation protocol to trigger, you have to lose someone as a result of an attack, which is not.
It was an emotional attack on you.
It is. The buff still goes off, which is
does.
nice. But I do lose a guy, which
But
is
I do get
unfortunate.
3 on prisoners.
Hey. And then I will charge again with the plasma sight first. He gets in.
Yep.
And then I'll charge with the Scorpex Destroyers, and they get in as well.
Well, I was very happy. If you're, for those of you watching at home, I admit I was very happy to see that one. It doesn't mean I'm going to survive this, but it does mean my.
It does give you a
little bit of
much better odds for sure. Right, I'm a greedy guts. I know it. Okay, that is my charging. I don't have any more charges to do. Let's start over here because I'm over here.
Yep, and I have no way to interrupt, so might as well.
3, 4, 5, and yeah, so it's 3 baby attacks, so 15 baby attacks. 4, 5.
Each one of these, unfortunately, does kill a guy.
Yes. Hitting on 3s, we're rolling 1s.
Uh-oh.
2s are the worst number in the world. That's a weird cock dice that I will
is.
reroll. Weird cock.
Weird cock indeed. 3s to wound because strength 7? 6?
5, 6, 7. Yep, 7.
Hoping for a lot of 2s here, otherwise this is basically the end of that squad. That's the end of that, called the end of that squad. They got in, they killed scarabs, and then they tried kind of hard, but then they got killed. Yeah. Even if they were -1 damage, I think they would have died. If they'd somehow magically had that spell.
Yeah, here. There you
are. Oof. Buy interceptors.
Oof.
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 What is it good for? Oof, 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 oof.
It's like the.
It's not a song. It's not a real song that I came up with.
I just got hurt sound from like Roblox. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, the piece de resistance.
Stabble.
I'm gonna guess that you're gonna pop that.
I'm gonna pop that 3-up.
Now, do you have to do that now, or do you have to do it when you're like, I'm gonna start rolling?
I think it's when you're targeted.
Yeah, I'm targeting him.
I am popping my 3-up.
All right, so we have 3 baby guys. So 15 baby attacks.
Uh-oh. Hitting on 3s?
Hitting on 3s. They did not get mine will be done. I gave that to the Lux Destroyers I didn't do anything with.
A bold strategy, Cotton.
That's
See
right.
how it plays out for him.
I am feeling good about my decision. I waffled, if you will, between giving him Hand of the Phaeron, which lets him do my will be done twice. Because that's what the Silent King can do.
Yep.
And I was like, but it's 2 CP to do that. And I'm like, so if I do that, I start with 0 CP.
Doesn't feel good.
Doesn't feel good. And I'm feeling good about it because he's just hung out next to these guys the entire game and been like, yeah, them.
Yeah.
3's rerolling ones.
Oh, I'm really looking for some 2s here.
Yeah.
Hoping for 2s.
What's your toughness?
I'm 6.
T6. Okay.
So not a great number to be right now. Am I -1 damage? No. Which is not good.
Yeah.
So each one of those kind of hurts.
And then, this is on 3s.
It is. Oof. A little too effective.
Ooh.
So 3, 6, 9. I should take 2. I should take 3 of these and eat 6, which doesn't feel good. Or I could take
5?
6.
6.
And go to 1.
Ouch. Yeah,
Ouchies.
the explosion effects.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
All right, and then we have 8 more attacks with the big swingies.
Yes, indeed.
The big swingers. Swinging their big boys. On 3s, we're rolling 1s.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't fail 2. If I fail 2, I die because I don't get a reroll.
Okay.
All right, and then we're wounded on 3s for sure.
Yes, because we are strength.
More than
10.
me, but not quite double.
Yeah.
Looking for those 3s.
2 is the worst number in the world.
Here comes the 1 and the 2, guys. Ready? All right. Oh, there's 2 dice in here. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. All right. So that's what we call cheating. Right. Absolutely. Oh, I've never had a better use for a reroll than that. I got a 6, and then I have a. Oh, go down. It's
Wasn't
okay.
meant to be.
Yep. That guy was not gonna make it. It's okay. He tried.
Kyle.
I know.
Man, I needed that, Kyle. I really needed that.
I know. I'm okay with it. That guy,
Yeah,
he had some stuff going on. It was complicated. He had to go home.
He had to go home and be like, those damn Tomb Blades, a 5-up? What is happening?
He was so angry. He didn't want this. He didn't want the hammer.
It's 3 points to give him a 5-up? Why would you never do that?
I know.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I know. He was upset. He was upset. Do you want to consolidate here?
I will consolidate forward a bit. Yep, for sure.
I
Because you're
have.
coming in anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah, they want to come to dinner.
Might
Those
as well
guys.
be like, you know what? Let's just be like this, and be like, hey, what's up?
Hands of ham. Ham.
Yeah, come on in. That's fine.
Go.
That's fine.
Well, it sounds like something we
right. So that is going to be the end of my turn.
What are you scoring?
I am scoring 1, 2, 3 on no prisoners again.
Purge the vermin.
Purge the vermin. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Prisoners. 3 on purge the vermin. I'll score another 4 on ancient machineries.
Yep.
And I will score another 5 on treasures of the aeons.
Treasure of the Aeons, interesting fact, you cannot stop. So generally, that's not worth trying. Purge is maybe where I should be doing work, and I'm hoping to.
Yeah.
These guys here owe you some leadership. Their lead guy did die. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They lost 4 guys, and that is a 6. That is actually just enough to pass.
Sounds good.
They're not overdoing it. They're just trying to.
I'll get another 2 for the mission specific.
Yes, I picked up 2 on that too. I forgot
You
that.
did, yeah. 'Cause you took them all. Yep. Mhm.
All right, so I have to try and remove some scarabs. Have to try and do it at low cost. Lost my big guy. Lost some interceptors. So I might be losing the points game. We'll find out. But I do have the advantage of being able to maybe clean up some stuff over here, which is helpful. This guy, I believe, is outside the range. We're now into 3.
So where are you at on your primaries right now?
I will pick up 4. He is also at 4. He is up on me by 2 because at one point at the beginning of the game, he took, he indeed took down some guys. Now, this is where the magic happens, my friends, which is I have to use those demolisher cannons we were talking about earlier to do, what is it they do?
Demolish?
That's
Yes.
it, Travis. You got it.
Yay.
I go up to 1 CP.
Now, while you're getting your movement figured out and all that kind of fun stuff, we did have a question for Travis.
Sure.
So you were asked, do you have a story about suicide scarabs?
That feels like a very loaded question.
So scarabs have a stratagem that they can pop that when they fight, they get to explode to deal maybe D3 damage. It's on a 2 to 5. It's D3. So you roll a D6 and you pick up a scarab base when they fight. And then on a 2 to 5, it's D3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it's just flat 3 mortal wounds. Do I have a story about self-destruction for those? I feel like I probably do. I don't have one like just ready in my back pocket. Because honestly, it's a stratagem that I just mostly just outright ignore because I don't like it.
When you roll that 1, it don't feel good, does it?
It feels really bad.
No.
I don't like failing, or I don't like things that have a chance of failing. I don't like it.
I'm gonna straighten this out.
Yeah. Do what you need there. And obviously, I say that having like just like liberally used the Canoptic Plasmacite and also failing it over there. But the cool thing about the Plasmacite is the buff still goes off on a 1. So you're like, okay, well at least there's that. And that buff mattered. Especially over here. Like it absolutely did. So there's that. No, I mean I feel like there's probably been a couple of times where I've popped it and done that last mortal wound that you need to do to something where you're like, oh yeah, I something that is a vehicle or something is at 1, and I'm probably not dealing a damage with a scarab, so I might as well just pop it and deal a mortal. But
so Calvin chimed in and said that story is when you rolled a 1 against him and then never tried it again.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I roll a lot of 1s against Calvin, oftentimes when I'm taking a Catan Shard in the Catan Shard phase, which pretty much all the Catan Shard powers, if you roll a 1, it just doesn't happen. Some of them, if you roll a 2.
What if you're a Tesseract Vault?
I've never played with a Tesseract Vault. I want to.
I own one.
I will have to borrow it for some time.
For some reason, my son was really into the idea of just screaming into the Tesseract Vault and just I was like, man, this is scary. Why are you doing that, right? These guys are going to go here. They're going to have to try and move over and pick up that point. I'm 9 away there in case it matters.
Yeah.
Choop, choop, choop. We moved over, consolidated some stuff onto here. Choop, choop, choop. We moved these guys forward. Nobody's doing R&D this turn. That might prove to be a mistake. These guys want to shoot there. This guy wants to shoot somewhere. Now he can see stuff that's kind of helpful. This guy right here, what he's going to do is his best targets are this way. And so he's just going to move over like this. He can't quite get to the objective. I measured that. It's unfortunate. We're going to try and just hammer hand you to death because that's kind of what we got going for us.
Ham,
hit you with the ham. That's a song I created. It's #1 on the charts.
Oh, new protocol, by the way, for this turn is Protocol of the Vengeful Stars. So each time I make a ranged attack, unmodified wound rolls of 6 improve the armor penetration by 1.
Ooh, Scoob. So I got to try, in order to keep myself in the game here, first of all, I got to thin out the scarabs a little bit and have to be successful in that. I also am going to have to clear some of these destroyer squads, and I have to diminish the number of sheer units that he has on the board. Otherwise, this game gets really tough for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to start by doing some ye old psychic powers. Our one guy who was interrogating over here, he is Gonzo. The closest character over here, the Astropath has not been real helpful this game, that we can interrogate over here, so we will. So in terms of remembering things that I need to do, stuff I have to do, I have to make sure that I have to do R&D. Can't do that this turn. Prisoners. It doesn't look like prisoner. I mean, I don't need to do anything for prisoners. And then my third one, which is, why do I keep forgetting? It's
R&D.
R&D.
No prisoners. Psychic interrogation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's ask you questions. Let's find out what you know. Here is a psychic interrogation. 10. Ooh. Are you a 10 or 11?
10.
Oh!
You have to meet.
I have to meet it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go up to 2. It has never been a better day for Kyle. It's never been a better day to be me. So I am now a better human being. I'm happier. So that's great news. We are then going to use some more psychic powers because we.
I'm at 3 CP. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and let's have these guys right here. Time for some. Do we want hammer hand there? We can do either place, but it starts going up. So we really want to make this charge. We don't want to shoot you to death. We're gonna find the ham. Where is that ham? Oh, it's in our hands.
It's there. It's in our hands. We found the ham.
It was in your hands the whole time. Let's go over to
the power of the ham.
The power of the ham. The power of the ham was always inside you. These guys, on the other hand, they're just gonna smite because now it's up to a 6. We might as well just start smiting people. We'll get there on an 11, which the kids call really good. D6 here. is less good.
It is less good.
We're gonna wail on you for 1. We're gonna follow it up. This guy's like, you know what? I can smite too. He's not the only one. Here is in the second smite, goes up by 1. So these are the 6. No, he's not as enthusiastic as those guys were. Cast. The Astropath is like, I don't even really know why I'm in the list. And he says, I guess I'll put...
Mostly for psychic interrogation, right?
Yeah, and he can't get there. Yeah. So we're going to put +1 to save on one of those fellers in back. We're going to try that. We're not going to do it, so we're even maybe less useful than before. This guy over here is like, you know what? I heard Hammerhand's good. I'm going to do it too. Goes up to a 6. Oh, it's all over. It's a 5 and a 6. We're so hungry for him. That should be like, you guys have like a thing to do. Hungry for him.
I'm gonna get on it. That's
absolutely
be a great button to put. He's hungry for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love that. All right, so then let's do some. We're out of psychic shenanigans. That was a bunch of good ideas. We need to remove some guys from objectives. So let's get on that. Let's start with one thing. So when the plasma site dies, does it die at the end of the phase?
It dies in the morale phase.
Oh, that's good news for Kyle. Because then we get to make a silly charge, try and stab that plasma site, try and steal that point. Make life a little easier for ourselves. This is a problem and continues to be a problem. We got to try and solve that. These fellers here, though, they don't really have another target that they want to shoot at. So it sounds like a prime opportunity to try and shoot some scarabs. How many do we have in double tap? It looks like maybe we got, that feller right there. Looks like he's...
Yeah, looks like
it. Barely in. Yeah. So we got a total of 4, 4, 4, 2, 2.
Seems good.
That is a total of 16.
Seems good.
Seems good. We'll see if we can pick off some wounds there. 4. Do we want to do something with AP first? It doesn't matter. You're getting 5 ups either way. So
true.
4, 4.
That is true.
4. So 16.
Thanks, Chronomancer.
Thank you, Chronomancer. That's not anymore, you know. But good try, though, Kyle. Oh, that's so bad. Why are you guys so bad at that part? Because we're really good at stabbing. Okay, terrific.
Stop making us shoot.
Stop making us shoot. Yeah, 3sies.
That's what we do around here.
That's right.
3. Ouchies.
5 ups.
Hoping to just pick off 1 there.
Oh, 1 is at 2. So
1's at 2.
You get the 1.
Yeah, I'll get the 1. See if it comes back. It's got 4 ups, admittedly. I pick up 4 points there, Steven. So close.
Oh, so close now.
So close is also called the same as not close at all.
The same as you failed.
Same as failing completely. Okay, so let's think about stuff that has to go different places. Is this guy within 3 inches of those fellers? Is he meant to be?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect.
He should be.
All right, so then let's do this. Let's go to boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's go over here to this guy because he's got a limited range of targets.
Unlimited range. No, a limited range.
Limited range.
Unlimited range.
That's not what I said.
Unlimited
rage? Maybe.
Unlimited range.
Let's go ahead and go. Think about where we need to put 3 damage weapons. 3 damage weapons. I don't want to take myself out of line of sight there. I could always pick off things in the back. So what he's going to do is his plasma is actually very optimal into shooting them. Heavy bolter is optimal into shooting them. So we're going to put heavy bolter and overcharged plasma there. We're going to put ye old demo cannon into that feller.
You betcha.
Assuming that... Yeah, because we can always target them there. That's fine. I don't mind clearing out that back area. So then let's go ahead and start with ye old plasma. We're going to get automatically 6 shots because, again, it's D3.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. We're going to roll more dice than is legal, which is like a really strong strategy. We're hitting on 3s.
Yeah, when you can get away with it, do it.
Absolutely. Wounding on 2s because they may be shielded, but they're still what they are. 3 at -3, and those are 2 each. Those will be 5 ups on those fellers.
No, none of them.
So we're going to blow up 1, and then 1's going to take 2.
You betcha.
Here's the heavy bolter. Re-rolling 1s. 2 hits. Thank goodness that's not the plasma. And then 3s to wound. I got Zilcho. We're going to go demo cannon there. Here's number of shots. 4 and 3. Now the question is, how greedy do I want to be?
Average number of shots.
It is. And does it kill them if I do this? Well, it's time. It's greed time. I'm going to get slightly rewarded for it. So we'll go up to 8. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Ooh. And then these will be 2s to wound.
Sounds good.
So.
I mean, it sounds bad. But,
Sounds bad.
Sounds
right.
bad
I understood
me,
in the
but,
context. Not great though. 5 at minus. So you got one guy there.
I got one guy on cover. Yeah.
So we'll start with that feller and see how he does.
Minus what?
-3.
-3, and it's D6
It's
damage.
D6.
Okay, so like one at a time.
Yep.
Right?
So start with that feller.
Yeah. So 5 up. Nope.
Nope. Let's see how much damage it actually does. It does remove him.
All right. Cool.
And then we had
And then the
a bunch
rest
of
are
6-ups.
Yep. 3 6-ups or a bunch of 6-ups. None of them.
None of them. Let's see if we kill him.
Yep. You
Here's
got 4. 4 to roll. Yep.
First one is gonna pick a guy up.
You betcha.
We're not gonna pick a guy up.
Okay.
We're gonna finish him off, and then our last one's gonna do.
Oh, you got him. You got the squad.
They got their points back though. They certainly took those interceptors off the board.
That is one of the things I'm liking about what my score picks have been doing this so far this game is they've been going into things and actually been able to
Kill them.
take those were like the worst games that I've played with these score picks so far. Are the ones where it's like I bring them out and I like fail a charge.
No.
And you're like, oh. And then they just kind of hang out there and die. And you're like, oh, okay. So these did literally nothing for the entire game. You're like, all right, well.
These fellas right here, they got storm bolters, and they're going to use them because they may have ham hands, but they also have gun hands. So they're going to put all their shots into ye old Scorpex. Are you going to -1 to hit, -1 to wound them?
Yes. Here I will be -1 to wound them.
Going to make me wound on 6s.
Down to 2. Yep.
It's unpleasant. And so then.
Yeah, those are the score packs I kind of maybe think might maybe stay alive, but you know, we'll see.
If I'm gonna win the game, I have to push through them, and I got to do it fast because you're picking up points on me really quick. Here's 6s.
How many points did you pick up on that corner, by the way?
On what?
On his no prisoners, how many points did you pick up on that unit?
Oh, that would have been
picked
3,
up
6,
12.
9, 12. Yeah. Yep.
I got 1.
1
AP.
AP
0.
3. We're good.
Yep. I didn't think it would work, but I thought it would be fun. Then we're gonna go to. So these guys shot. That guy shot. That guy's like, I was angry. And then. Or I was hungry. I don't know.
I was hungry for ham.
I was
Everyone's talking
hungry
about
for ham and
I want
justice. I was hungry for justice, but I would have
Or
accepted
the
ham.
hammer of the emperor. Right?
Ah, there you go. I like that. All right, so the question is, how much can I afford to not put into these guys? And I think the answer is not very much, honestly. So as much as I'd like to pick those guys up and just take them off the board, I think.
I don't think I rolled my reanimation for this one guy
Oh yeah.
either. No.
Okay.
There's 1 3. The rest are 4-ups. It's unfortunate.
How
close.
many of the scarab bases can you bring back?
Like with the spider?
Yeah,
Just 1 per turn.
1 per turn. And can you bring one back with the Technomancer too?
No.
No.
Only core units can you bring back with a Technomancer. So yeah, I can't do it with that.
Okay, so then let's do this. Manticore doesn't have anything better to do with itself, so it has not been terrible.
I can just for I don't want no gotchas, right? I do have the orb on the Catacomb Command Bird,
Right.
which
Right.
I can do into the scarabs. Cool. So that is an option if they're alive when they get around to my turn.
So let's go ahead and put Heavy Bolter here. Let's put the missiles here. We only got 2 missiles left. We got to make them count.
That's right. They
They
haven't done anything yet.
They haven't done much.
Yeah,
They picked one guy up.
That's true. That's true. They did pick up the one
That was
guy.
a little helpful. So let's go ahead and.
Not to distract you.
No, it's
Did
okay.
you read the new rules for the Death Strike?
That's it.
What do you think of the Death Strike?
I think it's hilarious.
Isn't it funny?
I don't know if it's good. I haven't decided yet if I think it's good. But I do think it's hilarious. I'd actually read it a little bit earlier and been like, this is very
So for the audience that haven't read it, so from what I gather, there's a missile on the Death Strike. The way it used to be, you roll the dice every turn to see if you even got to shoot it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it would shoot off, and then it would deal a random amount of mortal wounds to something in an area.
It was not
right?
worth mentioning.
No. Now, you do an action in your shooting phase, right? And you put a token, like an objective marker token, down somewhere.
Nuclear launch detected.
Yep. Yeah. You put it down, and then in your next turn, you can either choose to move the token, so like not shoot.
Be a dick.
Yeah, not shoot it, or shoot it, and then anything that's within 6 inches or 3 inches
takes
across or whatever.
Absurd.
Number
takes
of mortal somewhere wounds. Between like 8 to 16 or some ridiculous amount of mortal wounds.
16 is the high end.
Yeah.
If you roll, and it's not even that ridiculous, it's like a 5 or a 6, you're just like, cool, I'll just go ahead and, were you there? I'll just go and remove you from the board if you're not a knight.
All units within that area take like 16 mortal wounds. And it's like, oh. And you don't even have to shoot it. You can be like, I'm putting it on this, I'm putting it on your home field point. And you're like, okay, cool, I'll move off of it. And it's like, neat. I'm now moving it. And I'm going to move it to your home field point again. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah.
It is absolutely, you only get to shoot it once the whole game. And it is absolute shenanigans. If you ever see the unit, it's just one giant, the missile's like larger than the vehicle itself.
Yeah.
Right? It is silly. What I'll say is it is incredibly funny.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's do heavy bolter here. Hitting on 4s. Getting no help there because we didn't get orders. Getting 1 at -1 on one of them scarab bases.
Nope.
I'll pick it up. Get out of there, scarab bases.
It's been picked.
I get 4 more on prisoners. Let's see if that critter comes back. Oh,
no,
so close.
Still.
This is the thing you can do with Necrons, by the way, which is if I kill 2 bases, all of a sudden it gets really easy for them to start coming back. Okay, so then from there, I said our missile was going here because we hate them. Number of shots, 3 and 1. I think is the same number we got last time, and it didn't get much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Manticore not showing off on camera. Ooh, I taunted it and it made it mad.
Said, excuse me?
It said, so usually it's wounding, it's strength 10, so usually it's wounding on 2s, now it's on 3s. Just
never mind. I didn't like
just
it.
1.
AP
2, so you're saving on 5s.
Yes!
Oof. Does not feel good. I killed a scarab base with it. Discouraging. So then I still do have this guy left to shoot. I got 1 more Lehman Russ left to shoot. I got this guy left to shoot. He really wants to charge there. Let's do this. He has really only 1 target, so we're just going to light those guys up.
For sure. They don't get light cover this time.
They don't get light cover, and they can prepare to die. All right, so here's 12 shots. We're not going to do anything to juice this up. These are going to be 4s to wound because it's strength 5. Shaft shooting on DKs. So real.
Very good, yeah.
3 at -1. Those are 4-ups.
We love it. We love it.
That's good news. I got
bathing in it.
I got more guns. Let's just keep shooting.
Good news. I've got more guns.
Man, these guys do not want to do what they're supposed to do. Those guys don't want to die. All right, I got 2 at -2 on them though, so 5 ups. Oh, I'll pick them up anyway.
Those are 2 damage each.
Those are 2 each. Again, trying to diminish the number of resources he has on the board.
Another 4 for no prisoners.
Another 4 for no prisoners. At a certain point, we can stop counting. We'll eventually get to that point.
Yeah, approximately at 13.
At 13.
We're at 130.
Yep. These guys right here are, this guy right here is like, you know what, man? I don't like the look of those particular scarab bases. Let's shoot him in the face.
We don't like the look of you either.
Yeah, well, hey, I hate you. You're not my real mom. How many of them are left? You got 6?
Yeah, 2, 4, 6.
Okay, I got good news. I get blast against that. So we're going to start with the plasma, because again, those are doing 2 apiece, so we have nice even increments. Hitting on 3s. We're overcharging, clearly. Ah, man.
Ow.
Well, that helps a little bit.
Right,
yep. Yeah. And then 2s to wound. I will get 4 of them through. There's a -3.
5 ups. Nope.
Well, you're doing me a solid by not making them, so
Yeah,
that's
I know,
good.
right?
I'll pick up 2 scarab bases there, and then
You sure will.
here the question of whether to shoot. I think I shoot the heavy bolter next, just because I might need to plink some wounds off him here. So this is re-rolling 1s, still a 1, and then 3s to wound. I'll just get the 1 at -1 for 2 damage. It's a 5 up.
Nope.
2 damage. So slowly wearing them down. They're slowly wearing me down. Here's demo cannon. I'm getting minimum of 3 on each shot because again the blast applies as soon as I do that. 6 and 2. 6 and 5.
Pretty good.
I'd hoped for more, but I'm bad at math. So then these are hitting on 3s to be pask, and then 2s to wound. These could remove them from the board if it goes right. It kind of went right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 at -3. Makes a lot of 5-ups here, and my life gets real hard.
I made 2 of them.
2 of them, so I got 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we got enough bases that might just keep them alive. So the first one guy's down to 2. We are going to do 6 to that guy.
You got that guy.
I like that. I like the
good start.
enthusiasm. Then we're going to follow it up by doing 5.
Yep, still
I
pretty
also
good.
like that. We're going to then do 1.
All right.
Doggone it. And then we're going to roll for another one.
Yeah, 1's down to 3.
That's a 3.
He took 3. Okay.
So we got 1 scarab base left, which is called 1 more scarab than I'd like. And then I've got...
That's the end of your shooting with that guy?
It is the end of the shooting with that
Okay,
guy.
You killed 5 scarab bases.
So I'm going to pick up 20 more.
We're about max there.
Yeah.
120.
I got to kill 2 more guys.
That should be achievable.
Yeah, it seems achievable.
On 4s?
On 4s.
Oh,
Wow,
it's really bad.
That was real
it's
bad.
so bad. Oh, it's so bad. I get 1 back. That's so bad.
That's not a problem.
Herm.
It's so bad.
That was real bad.
Okay, well,
A lot of sadness right there.
here it is. Well, because you have, what do you have left for shooting? You've got these guys.
Dude, and this.
And
And
that.
then I got the Tech Marine here.
Okay.
Oh, Tech Marine... Did he advance?
I don't remember you doing it.
No, because he moved from like there.
He
He was
just
like in the
walked
middle
over.
and moved over. Like I don't feel.
No, he did advance.
Did he?
He
Okay.
actually advanced. He just
Okay.
did bad at it. So he's going to shoot you with the flamer. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, we'll put him there. It's whatever.
These guys are going to light you up.
Yeah, that's
We're not going to overcharge the plasma. We're not crazy.
Because they don't have any exploded systems.
They don't. They wish
or
they
6s
did.
to hit wound or whatever.
Yeah, 6s to hit auto wound. I'll tell you a secret about that. It doesn't radically change the numbers. Here's some shots. Bang, 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 bang. And then these are going to wound on 4s. Just 1.
Nope.
Whamza.
You did the 1
Have
damage.
some Hamza.
You
Here's
did
some
the damage.
plasma. That's why we don't overcharge it. And then here is mortar. They wouldn't have killed themselves, but they would have embarrassed themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing because they did move. So they walked on up. That's a heavy weapon. I don't get much benefit there. Well, it was a good thought, though, guys. I appreciate the effort, which was minimal. And then this guy right here, there's more of these guys than I really want to fight. So we're going to just light them up. We got one guy who's down to 2 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, someone's saying there was a 5 in that roll. Did we miss that, or I
In what
didn't
roll?
see it myself? But
In the in which one?
I don't know. They just posted. It looks like there was a 5 in that roll, but I didn't see it myself.
And okay.
That could be so.
Be more constructive with your feedback, please. Which roll, which 5? How would that have affected the outcome of anything?
Oh, we didn't do good with the big guns. And these guys are -1 to wound, so we're wounding
Yeah,
on
they still are,
4s. I got 2 at -2. That's somewhat helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5s.
I'll get one
Same
of
one?
them, so I'll pick off the guy who's still got 2 left. And I got the little guns. Bang, bang, bang. Oof, man, these have not been some hot rolls. And then these would usually be 4s to wound. Now they're 5s. Maybe I get a wound through here. 1 at -1. That's looking for a 4 up.
Nope.
That helps. Makes my life a little easier. It does.
All right, cool. We don't need to count.
We
anymore.
don't no longer need. We can stop doing that.
Neat.
What does that score at max, anyways?
15.
15.
Yeah, because it's +1 once you hit 50, and then another +1 once you hit 100. So if you get up to 130, that'll get you to 15 points.
All right, so let's do. So when you do the Resorb, you're bringing them back on a 4
Because they are still getting reanimator beamed. Yep.
That's on 4. And how many? You're rolling for ultimately 7 of them.
8.
You can't have 8 because there's a unit of 9. There's 2 left.
4, 6, 7.
There's 2 left.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7. Sorry, I don't know why I counted 8.
That's
here.
okay.
You're right.
So let's do some charges. Kind of got to make some of these. Let's start with the easy one. These guys are going to charge right here. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Sure.
He says before failing the charge roll.
Like a 4 or 5 or something. Yeah.
9.
Yeah,
That'll work.
that gets them where they want to go.
And the way they're going to move is they're going to move like this. They're going to use their slithery bodies.
Ooh.
They're going to go like this and then here.
How Emperor's children of
How
you.
very emperor. Well, the slithery body is the that's Tyranids. That's Raveners. They love to do.
Tell that to
this.
Fulgrim.
Oh yeah. Do the Fulgrim. Do.
Did you get your psychic interrogation in turn 3?
I did.
I mean, he's gotten it every turn. Yep.
Let's go this guy into here, hoping for something a little bigger. That way we clear the way for these guys. Yeah, absolutely it is.
Something a little bit bigger.
6 will actually work. That's fine. We'll just go like this.
Mhm.
These guys are like, get us in there. It's stabbing time. Really wish we had.
Stabbing time.
We wish we had halberds. We don't have halberds. That's unfortunate.
I killed the halberds.
Yeah, halberds died.
Yeah, I mean,
9 will
that'll
work.
Yeah, that'll get them there.
There's ways I can see this going wrong for us, but we gotta make our move here. Shoop, shoop, shoop. That guy over there's like, get that plasma sight. Hate that guy. Plasma sight's like, I'm gonna vanish anyway. Not before I stab you.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting
It's a
charge.
long
It's a probably an 8 or a 9.
Right, yeah, we'll
somewhere
see.
in there.
We'll see
Yeah.
what I roll, and then we'll figure it out. I think I definitely made it.
Definitely be no.
I think I definitely. There's no way I didn't make it there. All right. So then, do I want to re-roll that? How much does it help me? I don't know that it radically changes the math.
I mean, he's going away, so it's
He's
not
going
like,
away, and ultimately, stealing that point actually is not. It helps if I get there and I get some points, but I think what helps more is just taking this and then trying to. And so let me think of what I'm going to do with that CP. Logic says I'm going to use that CP to. Use that CP. One of them's going into rerolling, one's to hit and one's to wound. One of them's probably going into something like a save roll. And you do have enough to cut in, unfortunately. So I think what we do here is we'll probably just hang on to it. So we'll let that go out of curiosity what I made it. Not even close. So well spent, Kyle.
I think I rolled reanimation for the one guy that died over there.
Sure.
No.
Cool. All right.
It doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, we'll see.
I don't think you're cutting in there. It's just a suspicion I have. It's time to activate. Hitting you with swords. It was not hammer hand.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm assuming you're making me -1 to wound because that was what logic and reason would suggest. Or are you using it to go?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. There's a world in which I'm like, because they're strength what?
Strength 5.
Strength 5.
-3, 2.
So befores anyway. Befores going to 5s, which is pretty nice.
Pretty good.
The question is,
Do you survive there anyway?
do I survive there anyway? And then at that point, I have 2 CP that I can interrupt with, which could be good.
It's a question of what you want to gamble on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a gamble either way. Because I don't think I survive. Because the Dread Knight, he's ham-hand, right?
That guy's
ham-handed.
These guys are ham-handed.
These guys are ham-handed. Nobody else is ham-handed.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Yeah, we're gonna -1 to wound.
Cool.
We'll just do that, and we'll just hope to weather the
Still be
storm.
alive. I'm of course going to respond by doing rerolling 1s to hits and rerolling 1s to wound. Because why wouldn't I? Because I would like you to not be alive.
Of course.
These
When
might,
you reroll the ones.
yeah, it's a
Nice.
good time. It's a good time. I mean, we have been a little cold on the dice in some of this earlier, so glad for a wee bit of
Happy
help.
to have it.
Yeah.
Happy to have it.
So now we're looking for 5s, rerolling 1s. I'm not sure how many we get through here, but we're kind of hoping.
It's AP3 though, right?
It is.
That's
So
really
it's,
good.
It's pretty stabby. Boof, boof, boof. So far, we've got 1.
That was good then.
That was real bad.
Reroll, reroll these ones.
I guess.
Yep.
Oh,
So just 1.
that was
1 6-up, eh?
Yep.
No.
Okay. I'll get rid of a guy.
Because it's 2 damage?
It's 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the one guy that's up
I
to.
have bad luck with them. All right. So then you can't
Reanimation.
interrupt. Yeah. Go to town.
My 1 CP Necron interrupt strat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where is it? No. Okay.
All right. Well, that was a bummer. Let's go ahead and go to. There's nothing to really stop me from going in with this guy, right? So we'll just go like that. We got one guy who doesn't have any wounds. That guy died. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just punches. Hitting on 3s. Wish I could get some rerolls here, but I can't. Strength 12. So these will wound on 3s. 2 at -3.
6s.
Ouch.
Shade 1.
Boy, that's some bad luck there.
What's the damage on it?
It's 2, so it's
okay.
not enough to kill a guy. But we will base you so you can't move into the squad.
Sure.
Right? Limit the damage there maybe a little bit. Well, yeah, that wasn't really how that was supposed to go. So let's go over here to these guys. They're going to fight you.
Yeah, see how many 5s I can roll on this one.
Yeah, I probably should have reversed where the ham hands went.
These are still T5, which is nice.
Right, yeah.
So still 4s to wound.
3s to hit. Boop, boop, boop. 4s to wound, re-rolling everything. Yeah, see, and then we didn't need it at all. That's a 4, but it doesn't matter. That many. Those are 2 each.
5-ups.
Yes, indeed.
I need.
You need quite a. You would
I
need
need so
quite
many
a few.
5-ups. Dead. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we stopped counting
Boom.
prisoners because it stopped mattering.
Meow.
We will move into the building this way, just so we get everybody past the halfway mark. I'm gonna just completely mess up the terrain. Well, that's a shame. You get to swing back on me there, unfortunately.
I do. Yeah. So we're gonna put. Yeah, I guess we'll put the baby attacks into here, and the two guys here are gonna go into your strikes.
That tracks.
Because those are the only things I can do. Am I super greedy and plasma sight them? Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I
That
am.
makes sense.
You just have to understand that about me, Kyle. I'm just a really greedy guy.
No, I mean, that's what I do.
All right, we're good.
I saw one for a second.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So 8 attacks from the big swipes into your strikes. Hurrah! Reroll
Far more
ones.
successful than me, unfortunately. 2s to wound. Ouchies.
Indeed. Hurrah!
All right.
AP4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6s. Ouch. Well, that's going way south on me. I'll make none of them and just die.
There they go.
And then
Green Scorpex, standing strong. All right, 5 attacks with the baby swipes into your other dude.
yep.
Rerolling 1s, 2s are dead. Okay.
And then we're looking for 3s.
And 3s.
3.
3 at AP3.
So we're going to be on 4s. We'll make one of them. We'll take 4 and go to 9.
Indeed.
Well, the one good thing I got going for me is at least they can't fall back and charge me.
That's true.
So leadership on the Scarabs actually does matter.
Yeah, because I lost a lot of them.
Yeah, you lost 7.
Well, this one was already dead, so I lost at least 6. So, sure.
Yep.
You do not care.
You
We're
do
good.
not care. Unfortunate. I had some things kind of go my way, a couple things that didn't.
It's true. This guy is gone.
This guy is gone. There's a fair bit of stuff taken off the table. Over to you.
Indeed. So my command phase, I am gonna pop the res orb on the scarabs here,
Makes sense.
and I'm gonna roll just a buttload of dice.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So that's 24, 28 dice.
Yep.
That's what I need.
How many ticks on primary you got?
He is going to get a 4 there.
Okay, you guys are keeping it low.
Yeah.
25, 26, 27, 28. 28 dice, reanimating on 4s.
Yep.
Because they're reanimator beamed. And that's why I didn't do the relic. Because I was like, well, if I'm gonna reanimate something, I have a reanimator.
Sure.
I don't need the relic. And you can't augment the reanimation by more than 1.
Oh,
It's in the rules.
that's
So,
helpful.
yeah, because otherwise, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, okay, reanimators are actually really good now because we can do the orb and the reanimator and reanimate on 3s. Yes, please.
Very strong.
All right. So weird cocked dice. I'll reroll.
Looks like we're getting.
It's not great.
You're getting 2.
1, 2.
Yep.
Yep, getting 2 back. Wow, that was
Not great.
improbable.
Yep.
That's what we do here. But that's fine. We get 2 back. Dink, dink. And then we'll reanimate 1 from the spider. Dink. So we get 3 back in total.
Yep.
That's fine. I wanted more to be able to just to take that point back because I could have taken, if I had been able to take that point back, then I'd get 2 ticks on primary,
Correct.
which would have been nice. Yes, he did. Okay, that is done. My will be done is going into the locust destroyers again. I think we're actually going to do something with them this turn because
Makes
it
sense.
is kind of time to do stuff with them. The question I have to ask myself. This guy's going to reanimate one of these guys back.
Good grief.
The way the cookie crumbles. There we go.
I'm up to
and
2. You're up to 2 as well.
this guy will reanimate one of the warrior or the immortals back.
Yep.
If they were warriors, it'd be D3.
Yeah.
But for some reason, immortals don't get that. And you're like, okay, well, whatever. So that's good. What do we do about strikes? Yeah. I need to decide how I want to focus these things. I'm up to 2 CP, right?
Right,
Yep.
you are up to 2
so that's
CP,
good. Chronomancer buff. We're at a point where I'm like, do I keep throwing things in the scarabs? We're very low on scarabs at this point.
Sure.
Or do I put the buff on the locust destroyers because they're going to be coming out? And having a 5-up invul on locust destroyers would be pretty good if they're going to be come out to play. Let me see where you put me at for ranges on things because I feel like you're still really far back.
Yeah, it does sound like me.
Yep. And then these guys are 9 inches. Okay, so I can move them forward and get a couple of them up on the top of the building there to shoot over there if I wanted to. If I wanted to take a shot at one of your Russes. This guy I don't like either. So there's that. I don't like him. I don't like this guy.
No, you shouldn't.
Just so you're aware. I don't like you. These guys are an issue as well. There's still a lot of things that I need to deal with.
Yeah.
I feel like the guardsmen in the middle I can actually probably just take care of with the scarabs themselves. Between the scarabs and the immortal shooting,
Seems possible.
I think we'll probably be fine. Yeah, I think we put the Chronomancer buff on the locusts.
Sure.
To make them a little bit stronger. We're gonna keep the reanimation beam on the scarabs, so we'll split it there at least, and that's gonna be mine will be done in there, and that's gonna be the command phase.
Yep.
Movement phase. We are going to move. I've done the action here. I've done the action there. I haven't done it over there. And obviously I haven't done it on your home field. So I don't think I'm getting the action done this turn. because I have to do it with a core or canoptic unit. And the Technomancer, unfortunately, is not a core or canoptic. Yeah, but that's fine. It's fine. Okay. I don't need to screen out over here. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
go down.
I don't need to screen out over here anymore. I'm gonna move these guys up. So that's nice.
Now, while he's doing his movement phase, Kyle, what are your big plans for tournaments? Like, what's the big things on the horizon for you?
I'm thinking about I've got Felice Exterminatus coming up, and then I also have my other big one that I've got coming up is after that I got LVO coming. You and I are going to that, and then I've got some. What else do I have? I have an actual beyond that LVO, and then we've got some local stuff going on. We've got Fisticuffs coming up soon in January. We have a couple other tournaments. We've got the what is this? Scrappy Nurgling RTT coming up, right?
That's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we got good things on the horizon over here in Iowa, right? So some pretty exciting stuff.
Now, have you, knowing that I'm heading out to Manchester, New England for Warhammer Fest, have you been tempted to tag along, or are you gonna just wave at me while I do live streaming from long, far distances away across the
England, London. That would be a little far. It's not that I'm disinterested. It's a long trip. Have you been to England before, Stephen?
This will be my first trip back to the motherland, so I'm excited to. And since it's going to be in the northern part of England, that's where my people are from. So I'm really excited to kind of get a combination of things done there.
Well, I have been to England before. It's a lot of fun. I don't know that it's a place I'm dying to go back to. Right? I love it a lot. It was a lot of fun. But it was the other day I was looking at tickets to Japan and I was staggered by how expensive they were, right? And so going back to see to GW to Nottingham, one of the things I'll say is that the UK has a very different meta than the US meta, right? And you and I will get a lot of chance to talk about that. They play very different units than we do, interestingly, and so it would be interesting to see how that would play out, right? And I am interested in that. So lots of options. Sorry,
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we'll camera down so no one's going to know what to do right now.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Quick, while he's gone, I'm gonna cheat.
Good, do it.
Yeah, do it. You definitely should have moved that much further. Now, while he's gone, how does the game feel like it's going for you? Do you feel like it's
a hard game? I knew it was going to be a hard game. I knew it was going to be something of a slugfest.
Are you missing the king? Do you feel like the king is just not needed?
At least in this game, I don't think the king would have helped an awful lot at this point. Because it can't be lookout surd, so it can just be shot at. So I bring it out, and it's just going to get pummeled by demolisher cannons and stuff. So not missing it really in any real sense. Trying to decide how I want to handle this over here, because these strikes, I want to get rid of these strikes, okay? Because it's a big tool for him. And he's running out of infantry to do stuff. And I'm like, if I can just kind of remove those infantry, then he's just got tanks and stuff, which he can do a lot with tanks, but not as much as I can do with infantry. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I need to make sure that I'm still within 24 inches. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to come out this way with him. We're going to go up into these places out here. Out here like this. this, and out like this. So we're out here.
It makes
I'm
sense.
saying hello, and then we're gonna take a look over there.
Yep.
And say hello, because I really want to start diminishing your infantry. Oh, hey, look, my microphone. Because you're running out of it.
I am. I mean, I've had some bad rolls. This game.
It's true. It's true. But if I feel like if I can really diminish the infantry that you've got, that gives me a good. It puts me in a really good place.
Yeah.
It sure feels like the roles have been sour both ways. I mean, he hasn't reanimated very well, and then of course you've had some like debacles. So it's definitely been making it definitely a street fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Necromancer's gonna come over here, hang out here, get some lookouts, sir. Get some lookouts, sir. Okay, that's just gonna be a fight that happens. That you're gonna fight first with, which is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, we'll see if it matters.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. I contemplated moving the Locust out to like take some shots at Lieben Rust, but I feel like that's just trap.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like it's like maybe I pick one up and then like what does that do for me?
That doesn't change
You know,
the game.
it
Yeah.
really doesn't change the game state one way or another.
I mean, this completely whiffing, this guy completely whiffing, this guy completely
It's
whiffing.
a big swing for sure. Yeah. Yep. So let's shoot.
Yep.
What we're gonna shoot is we're gonna shoot the Locust Destroyers into your strikes over there.
Fire
That's
away.
what we're gonna do. Now it is AP -3. You have a 3-up armor save normally. You're in light cover.
Saving on a
So
4.
we'll be saving on 4s. You have like a 4-up. It's just you just have an armor save, right? It's not you don't have an invuln or anything like that.
Nope.
I could turn off cover. I could be extra spicy and spend 2 CP to reroll all my wounds.
Yep.
At which point I'm like, okay, just roll all of these as 4s, you know.
Right.
Which I think that's the play.
Sure.
So I'm gonna spend 2 CP. So I'll go down to 0, right? And we're just gonna reroll all the wounds. They got my will be done, so they're gonna hit on 2s, and then we're gonna wound on 3s, but reroll all of our wounds, which I feel pretty good about. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the baby shots.
Yep.
And we're not split firing with the big shot anywhere because I don't care.
Yep. That makes sense.
All right, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And in this turn, I guess 6s to wound are an extra AP
Nice.
for what it's worth. All right.
Might help.
And then this is the wound roll.
Yep.
So
Looking at
wounding
those
on
3s.
3s, rerolling
All.
it all. Yeah. Let's pick out a 6. There's 1 6. That is an extra AP, so we'll have to keep track of that. There's another 2. Okay. And 2 more 6s. So those are AP -4.
Yep.
And all these are AP -3.
So let's just start with those on 4s. We'll see how that goes.
Sure.
I'm going to fail. Again, I don't think sour on both sides is the correct statement here, Steven. I'm just going to pick them up.
it's going really bad the other way. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, it's kind of been that way for most of this, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
So
that just picks them up.
That is done. All right. Thanks. Good job, guys. That doesn't earn back your points yet
Nope, doesn't.
because you are expensive, but it does do something. Shooting. Other shooting. Let's do the command barge into the boys there.
Sure, good time.
3 shots on 2s and on 2s.
Oh no.
3 AP3.
But I agree with you though. Like whiffing that previous your round was just rough. It just made it hard.
There was nothing to come back from there.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the Tesla from the
Yep, fire
mortals
away.
into them. No 6s. And on 3s. Okay, 2 AP0.
Yep. I'll fail both of them. This, and then one guy is left alive on 1.
Sounds good. Well, there's no way to get onto that point.
Yep.
Now that I'm looking at it, unless my Scorpex like somehow mysteriously survive really well, and then I can get a really big pile in over onto it. So I guess there's that. I had contemplated charging here, but I don't need to anymore. So there's that. Okay, that's all the shooting.
Any charges?
No, I don't think it's.
Always be charging.
Well, I don't think I can really. I think charging into the Grandmaster there doesn't really do anything for me, and doesn't get me onto the point.
No, remember the Grandmaster died from
sorry,
rolling 5
I know.
ones.
I call every Dread Knight a Grandmaster because they're all Grandmasters in their own in their heart, you know. So no charges.
We'll just pay 1 to reroll, 1s to hit, and 1s to wound.
You bet. And I have no CP to do -1 to wound, so
Sure.
it's all.
You're down to 0.
I am down to 1.
No, well, yes. That's all about it.
I'm down to 0. Yeah.
And then 2s to wound. Rerolling 1s. I got 4 at -3.
4 6-ups. Didn't save any of them. You got them. Because it's 2 damage each?
They're 2
It's
each.
2 damage each.
So
Okay.
it picks up a guy.
So it picks up that guy.
You get to lose 1 more, and then 1 guy's down
One
to
more,
1.
and then 1's down to 1. So we'll lose this one.
Now you need to roll hot.
No, we'll lose this one. And then this one's down to 1.
Yep.
And then reanimation.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't
Is
look.
what it is. Is what it
Silent
is.
weapons are just making sure nothing's coming.
Yep. And then yeah, super greedy. Plasma sight.
Sure.
We're gonna try to take him down. We're good.
Okay.
All right. So that is for 8 attacks.
Yep. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 2s are dead to me. They're the worst number in the world.
3sies.
3z peasies. 4. AP 4.
Yep. These will be 4s. Miss 1.
3 damage.
Go down to 6.
Just pile it and consolidate this way if that's all right with you.
Sure. Go to town.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm going to charge here.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead. I'll just go and pick him up.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, just enough to do whatever. We'll go there.
All right.
Okay, so that is going to be the end of my turn. I don't think you want to measure if he is wholly within this table quarter.
He is. When I consolidate in, I'll just go like this. So he's meant to be. He's
Sure.
meant to be within the table quarter.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that is 1, 2 for Purge the Vermin.
Yep.
And then it will be 3 for treasures.
Yep.
Because I control these 2, but I don't have that one over there. And then nothing on ancient machineries.
Yep.
But then
Are these guys OBSEC?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
And then I get 2 for the mission specific.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yes, my infantry did just fall over, which is unfortunate. We'll see what we can do with what we got left here.
Yep. Round 4.
I will get a 4 again. And then 3. Go this way.
Back up to 1 CP. So that's
We'll
nice.
go 6 this way so that we can activate our thing next turn.
What are you storing on primary, sir?
I'm scoring a 4.
Okay, you guys are good at doing that.
New command protocol is Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant, which will be units are eligible to shoot in a turn in which they fell back.
Okay. All right, like this. This guy will move forward 6. This guy is going to have to be my guy who interrogates. Oh no, there's that guy over there. He can do that. So we'll just move out like this. We got to make it so that you can't get to us. So I got to kill a bunch of stuff this turn. This has to really go my way in order for this to work. This guy is just going to go over here. 6. He's going to be on the objective, but he's going to be within 3 so that we can repair this guy.
Sure.
That might be helpful or may prove helpful. And then I'm up to 2 on CP. Let's go ahead. So we're going to have to do a little bit of action stuff here. So the only thing blocking for this guy is the scarabs. Is that correct?
And the locust destroyers.
If he's the closest, though.
So long as he's
Okay, so if I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's I think the plan there.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yep.
He's got quantum shielding. You said he reduces damage by 1?
Yeah, -1 damage,
-1
quantum
damage.
shielding.
Okay. All right, so I got to kill a bunch of stuff. Let's see if I can do that. Let's start with, so in terms of R&D, we'll be able to do that next turn. Let's go ahead and do other stuff. We're going to do a repair roll here just while I'm thinking about it. Put 2 back on him, so he'll go up to 8. That's end of movement, I believe. And then we're going to do a psychic phase. This guy, how many wounds? One guy's down to 1. So let's go ahead and do, what do we need to do here? We need to interrogate right there. We'll go ahead and do that. Should be outside range of the spider. Right? Yeah. I meant to get outside range there. Let's just check that real quick. 20. You mind if I just move him outside?
That's fine. Yeah, if you can get outside range, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. He'll just walk on over here. There you go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
So let's go ahead and interrogate you. Let's ask some questions.
Ask all them questions.
And I'm going to get a CP.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'll go up a point there.
It's a hard secondary to stop.
It is a very hard secondary to stop. This guy right here is going to do hammer hand. Ham hands. I will get there on a 5. That does work. This guy right here is going to do smite. We'll start with this guy right here. He's going to do smite. On an 8. Does that just kill the plasma site?
Yeah.
Cool. See ya.
Yep.
I don't know that was what I was looking for, but that'll work.
The closest unit. Yep.
And then we'll do smite again from this guy. That's cocked.
Weird cock.
Yeah. No. Okay. That's bad. Let's do. This guy cast. That guy did his thing. We get to pick a unit within 18 of this feller. Can't do that, so we're gonna try and deny you. Well, we're just gonna try and do some damage here because that's really what we can do. Let's start with easy stuff. The Lehman Russ right here is going to put all of its demolisher cannons into these guys.
Sure.
All of the demolisher cannon shots there. Let's go ahead and do plasma here.
Okay.
Because they don't have any protection again. Oh no, sorry, I'm not going to max that, am I? Let's go.
Yeah, there's only 5 of them now.
I guess the easy thing to do would be start here. Let's just pour everything into these guys. And then, because that's probably our easiest play. So 1, 2, 3. We probably need to, do we need to increase? Yeah, we're going to increase strength and AP here.
Okay.
1, 2, 1. 1, so I'm down to 2. Here is the big guns. Big guns go first because they're going to just clean 1 for each one they do. Whamza, they're going to kill, and they'll do 2, and then 2s to wound. I'll pick up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here is the other gun, and then 2s to wound. Uh, 1, 2, 2.5.
2.5. You say.
Yes.
So you say.
All so right. I say.
You killed 3 of them.
I did.
See if I can roll hot now.
Oh.
I get 1.
Yep.
I get 1.
I missed something, by the way. This guy needs to just move.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
So he'll walk
get him up there.
Yep.
That's fine.
Cool. Okay. Well, there's things that I liked about that, and there's things that I didn't. let's go ahead and have this guy go. Let's put demo cannon here into these guys.
Mhm.
Let's put plasma and heavy bolter here.
Okay.
So let's start with the. Actually, let's do plasma here. We'll put heavy bolter here. Okay. So here's heavy bolter into those guys. And we'll roll all ones.
Ugh, so sad.
1. I will kill 1 unit of those. See if they come back, because that's the only stuff I'm shooting into them.
Whoa, no. Whoa.
I mean, it almost happened. All right, so then here's, let's start with demo cannon. We get a minimum of 3 on each dice. 5 and 3. 5 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And 2s. And then 2s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at -3.
6 at -3. 5 ups. Yeah.
3 of them go through. 4 of them go through.
Yep.
What do you want? Where do you want the first one to go?
It'll go on the big guy.
Big guy.
Mhm.
That's
Kills
good
the big
news. I got 3 more.
Yep. Kills another one.
Kill a
Takes
guy.
1 down to 1.
So I kill a total of the big guy and 3.
The big guy and 3
Yep.
3 more. Okay.
Yep.
Ouch. That hurts.
And then here is plasma shots. I
Hmm.
get maximum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of them are left?
3.
3. Okay. Sorry. Rerolling once. And then wounding on 3s. I got
there you
5 at -3.
There you go.
I mean, see what it does. I'll pick 1 up, and then 1 guy takes 2.
Okay. Goes down to 1. So you picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 4 more. Okay. Wait, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So I get. Oh, not on 4s, just on 5s, because they're not getting reanimated. Yeah, that's it.
You get the big
Yeah,
guy.
I can get the big guy. I can get the big guy, or I can bring back a baby, but I'm gonna bring back the big guy.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
Let's go. It's not going to be enough here, but we're going to have to try and save ourselves a little bit here. I guess probably the play here is this guy is going to shoot. We're going to fall over. This guy is going to shoot. Let's put. Thus far, missiles have not been terribly effective. Let's go ahead and just go full bore here. We'll pay 1 to give him +1 to hit. He is going to put heavy bolter here. And then we are going to put. I guess there's 1 guy with 1 wound left, right?
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
one guy
okay.
here. Mhm.
So let's put missiles there and hope we maybe finish him off.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm down to 1. So let's go ahead and do number of shots. We'll start with heavy bolter. That's easier. So we're hitting on 3s there. I'll get 2 hits, wound on 3s. I'll pick up 1 scarab base because it's -1.
Okay.
And then here is number of shots with the missiles. 5 and 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 3s. Missing twice, then wounding on 2s. I'll get 3 at -2.
All right. 3 at -2, huh?
Yes,
So
indeed.
4-ups.
Yes, indeed.
All right. I save 1.
So one guy dies, and then another one takes 3.
Okay. And we'll put that on the big guy.
Sure.
Down to 1.
Um.
And then we'll roll reanimation.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess scarabs first, whatever. Nope. And then nope.
No. Okay. So let's go ahead and do. I'm in a precarious situation because this guy doesn't get OPSEC anymore, does he? Oh, he does get OPSEC, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's bad news bears, no matter what.
Yeah, he's still OPSEC. Yeah.
So the question is,
If he was a dynastic agent,
then he
which is like Silent King used to have OPSEC.
right. So there's nothing.
No, he still doesn't have OPSEC because
Yeah, there's nothing I can really do to stop you from getting the 8, but I can at least diminish your resources probably. So because I think otherwise the math does not favor me to get this done. So what we're going to do is this guy is going to put heavy bolter here. We'll also put. I'm going to run out of stuff to shoot at it. Heavy bolter here, 1 plasma here. Then we'll do demo cannon. You know what? We better just do it this way. So this guy, we're going to put. We haven't managed to kill those guys yet, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and do heavy bolter, 1 plasma, demo cannon. And we better put 1 plasma here too. You know what? That's dumb. 2 plasma here.
Okay.
Heavy bolter, demo.
Yeah, just finish him off.
Make sure it works. Otherwise, you get greedy. It just doesn't work. So this is plasma into. We'll start with heavy bolter there because it might just get the job done. Sure, that'll work. 3s. It does, so it just knocks him out.
Yep.
Here is demo cannon into the destroyers. I'll just keep 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. And then wounding on 2s. I'm going to get a total of 6 through. Those will be -3, so those are 5-ups.
Yep. And how much damage is this?
D6 each.
D6. Okay. Yep.
I gotcha. Because the first one's going to kill a guy, and then I guess I could roll for the other remaining 2.
This is into who?
Destroyers.
Into those guys?
So first one picks a guy up.
Yep.
Second one does 3, which is enough.
Yeah, which is enough. Perfect.
And then this guy gets to shoot. He's just going to pour all of his shooting into the guys right in front of him. Trying to think what I actually have to get done here and how worth it is. I think what we do is, let me think on the math on this. I'm hitting on 4s, unfortunately. And then if I kill one, but I really would like to charge. The question is whether that works or not. What's the save on this feller?
3 up.
3 up. Does he have an invuln?
No.
No. How many wounds does he have?
6.
6.
He's T6.
Sounds like something I could deal with, but there's been other things that have sounded like I could deal with him that has not proved to be true. So let's go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and pay 1, and we'll get +1 strength, +1 AP. Oh, I already did that. I can't do that. Good try though, Kyle. Let's just shoot you with guns. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So, trying to think if I want to do -1 to wound here.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. What's your toughness on him?
Toughness 6.
He's toughness 6.
He is.
Okay. Yeah, -1 to wound.
Okay.
Yep. So no CP.
2 is out. Unfortunately, I'm hitting on 4s, which is a huge number of those hits. And then looking for 5s to wound. Finding 1 at -1. So 4 up. Kill a guy.
Yeah, you got him. That's big. That's too bad.
And then here's big shots. 2 hits. 1 wound. -2. I'll do 2 to you.
Ow.
Let's go this guy right here who moved up. We might as well shoot at this. Oh, we can't because you're bodyguarded, right? Or
Correct.
is it? Okay. All right. So then let's just go ahead and shoot at these guys. We got a flamer and a plasma and a bolt gun.
Sounds good.
Here's bolt gun. 2 hits. 1 at no AP, so that's a 3 up.
We're good.
Here's our flamer. We got 2. 1. No AP. It's a 3 up.
We're good.
Here's plasma. That's a hit. That's not a wound, so that's no good. All right, let's go charges. Let's go to this guy. We might as well charge here. It doesn't really help us to be
Who? Sorry.
Tech Marine.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought you pointed at him.
No.
I was like, he's in the thing or whatever. Okay,
No, he's
yeah.
already doing his thing. Here's Tech Marine. An 8. 8 probably actually does work. Yeah. We'll run up and stab you with our stabbers. We're going to stay just outside of range of these little fellers. Or outside of base contact, I should say. This guy is going to run up and try and stab that spider. He hates it. We'll get there on a 9. Well, it doesn't look good. We're just going to move over here like this. And then we are going to stab you. What's his save?
I think it's like a 3 or a 4. It's not great.
Okay.
Technomancer, they're not durable. 4 up. 4 up save. T4, 4 up save, no invuln.
Okay. I kind of need him
4 wounds.
No, and we're out of CP, so we can't bring him back. That's good.
That's true.
What is it? You told me. What's the toughness on that feller?
6.
6. So I could either hit him with big swings or little swings. You said he had 6 wounds and he's got a 4 up save.
He's a 3 up save.
3 up save. Okay. Well, I'm going to just have to count on this working. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Tech Marine because I don't think you're not cutting in with anybody anyway.
Nope.
We're going to go 3 this way. We're going to move so that we can engage with these guys when we're done. We're going to start by axing you some questions. We get a total of 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Let's go axe you all those questions. I'm going to miss 1, and then it's strength 6, so I'm moving you on a 3. That's 1 at -2.
Okay. 6 up.
Get you for 2. And then we're going to hit you with our servo arms. We got 2 of them. Those will hit. They're strength 8, so 2s. 2 at -2, I think, for 3 a pop. We hit you with a wham whams.
He did. He died.
Yep. We are going to move in and touch these guys, just like that. We know they can fight us. We don't care.
Yeah, they really wanted to fight you when the Technomancer was right
They
next
did
to
because
him.
they were way
Yeah.
better then. And then I'm still me because we're in chargers. I'm going to pay 1 for him to reroll 1s to hit, 1s to wound because this kind of has to work. So let's go ahead and hit you with the big swings. I'll get rid of this. Down to 0 CP. Reroll 1s. Strength 12, so wounding on, or strength 10, so wounding on 3s.
Yep.
I liked it better when it was strength 12, which was never. 5, I'm sorry, there's a 3.
Yeah,
5 at -3.
5 at -3. 6s.
Yes, indeed.
Nope.
I'm going to do 5d6 to you. Let's see if I can get this done.
Yep.
That one worked. Those guys don't explode or anything.
No, not the spiders. The reanimator does, which is weird.
You get to fight me first. I recommend picking there.
I do choose to pick over there. Just 3 attacks.
Just 3 attacks. That guy's given up hope.
Yeah, he really has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really has.
We're gonna punch you with
Yeah.
punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That guy's got 1 wound left, as I recall. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 2's to wound. I got 2 at -3.
2 6-ups. Almost.
Almost.
Yep.
Well, those
I
guys.
thought about
already-
just grabbing him, but I was like, you know what? It's possible. that he-
Yeah, no.
he
I
actually
mean, they've
still
already
sticks
made me
around.
sad once. We'll go that way. Well, I took a bunch of stuff off the board.
You really did.
It does
Yeah.
not. I don't know if it matters, but you get to fight me there. By the way, you can stab me with your
Oh,
stabbers.
that's true. Yeah, I can stab you with my stabbers.
Hitting on 4s now, I think.
Yeah.
It's a lot skinnier on the board.
Yep, that's just how it goes. 3 attacks each, so 6 attacks.
Yep.
Yes, hitting on 4s. Oh, it's
Yikes.
not terrible.
Strength is
Strength is strength. Users strength 5.
3s. That was less promising. Minus.
AP2.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're like, we're attack marine. Over to you.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. So, Necron's turn 4. I'll get 2 ticks on primary.
Sure will.
2 ticks, okay.
Yep-a-roo. This is rough. Yeah, I've lost a lot. I lost. You did pretty much exactly what you needed to do this turn.
Do you get 2 points to be there, or does it have to be controlled?
If what? Oh,
you did kill a unit off the middle.
I killed a unit off the middle, so I get
So
2.
he'll get 2 on the.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm making sure.
Yep.
Perfect.
What do I need to do? Well, we'll reanimate one of these guys because that's what we can do. We can't do anything else because you killed the locust destroyers.
Yeah, it does sound like something I do.
Yeah, I think the mistake that I made there was putting the Chronomancer buff on the locust destroyers. I should have kept it on the scarabs because the only the best AP that you have is AP3.
Yeah,
they're in light cover, so they're going to a 5-up anyway. So a 5-up invulnerable does literally nothing for the locusts.
and it made me sure that I could remove them when I wanted to.
Right, and you struggled to pick up all of the scarabs. Like you eventually got there, but it took a lot of shooting. So if you had to do that through a 5-up invulnerable save, then it would have been tough.
More challenging, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. Mine will be done into the mortals because whatever. And Chronomancer buff into who cares? The reanimator. Hey. All right. What do I want to do about this over here? So you tag them, which is very smart by you, by the way.
Thank you.
Because now I can't follow them back and do an action somewhere, which is unfortunate.
Fall back and shoot with me with your I-beams.
It's true.
You're thinking
with
about
the,
it.
the
You're thinking
command
about
protocol.
it.
I am thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, there isn't much else for them to do other than stay in combat and then die.
I like that idea a little better.
Because your attack marine will murder them. That is a thing that he will do.
Yeah, he got pretty crazy with that axe.
He did.
He was axing all the questions.
He's getting pretty crazy with the cheese whiz.
Well, while he's making decisions,
Can't quite get over there.
now, have you been on a streaming? Have you streamed a battle report before? Is this your first experience, and how do you liking it?
I'm enjoying it. I have streamed live games, right? But no, this is the first battle report I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. Wish I hadn't rolled so poopy, but such as it is, right? That's it's. You know what? It's better to get it out here than to get it out in the tournaments,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's still gonna be a pretty good game for you too. We're moving to spot where it's kind of like.
Well, and like we always try to say is, no one's winning a prize here.
Sure.
There's nothing. There should be no egos.
There's no prize?
These are all practice
No, sorry.
games.
There's no prize.
And we're not even paying you to be here.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, there's only an emotional victory that you get to celebrate at home with your family.
My family will be very proud of me. They'll be like, "How much do you kill with the demolishers?" I'll be like, "Not enough."
Yeah, I think we'll follow these guys back. Follow these guys back just to tag this point.
Yeah, sure.
Not that it matters a ton because I'm gonna max out on ancient machineries anyway. Yeah. Treasure of the Aeons. Yeah.
The demolishers are like, "Please move into the open." It's all we ask is that you move into the open.
This is all we do. What do
This
we
is
do? We
what
move
we
into the
do.
open. No. This guy's gonna move into here.
People often take bid against this list, and it's a terrible decision.
Yeah, no, it's like how are you gonna kill these vehicles? Like, no.
The killing the troops is the way you win the game.
That's a bad idea, is to
It
try
is
to
a
kill the
bad
vehicles.
idea.
For sure. What am I at for Treasures of the Aeons? 13? So literally that just maxes it for me?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Cool.
It's not a bad play.
Actually, do you mind if I put the Chronomancer buff into them?
No, go ahead.
Because
Yeah,
this is just stupid. So
Like, no,
there's
suffer.
that. Not that that matters too much either, because there's dudes in cover and they have a 3-up armor save also.
Yep.
But there's no more Manticore shots.
I know.
So-
That guy, that's just called a big hunk of steel.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, well I think that's pretty much my movement. Let's shoot. I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Fire away.
So let's shoot the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 shots from the Teslas.
Uh-oh.
We got 1-6. They did get my will be done, so we're hitting
Uh-oh.
on 2s. And we'll just take these and put that in there. So there's that.
I got bad news for that guy.
You're still T3, right?
Yeah.
So 3s.
I'll just go.
AP 0.
I'll just go ahead and roll some 5-ups from
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Because that's really all he gets. Wow. He like really tried.
You did try.
He does not have 5 wounds,
No.
so he is dead.
Okay. So that will secure 2 extra points for the mission specific for me. Because I don't hold the middle, but I killed something off the middle, which is all I needed to do for that.
Yep.
And then I'm outside 3 here, aren't I?
You are. I'm
Okay.
not going to heroic.
All right, sounds good. That would suck. I think I pretty much
Charging,
I got some shots,
charging
some
Chronomancer
shots
there.
I
I
could
heard
take.
that. Was that. Yeah, is that what I heard? The
no.
charging.
I'll take a couple shots into that rust because
Fire
whatever. Technically 3 shots into that rust,
Oh!
if you will. And then on 5s, so 1 AP3,
Oh.
4.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
2 damage.
All
We
right.
did it. We did damage to a rust. I at least didn't go all game without dealing any damage to a rust.
Well, that is pretty good.
Yeah, that'll finish my turn. So I'll score 2 on Treasures of the Aeons, nothing more on Ancient Machineries, and then
1 on Purge.
1 on Purge, because you're not in my deployment zone.
All right, last turn. Exciting one.
Yep, round 5. You want to know what my protocol is?
No.
I get to regain an extra lost wound.
Cool. You want to just push the Scions forward 6. They're just going to do R&D in the corner that they can get
Okay.
to.
Mhm.
That'll get you 8.
I'll get me 8. Mom and Dad would be so proud. We're going to walk this way. This guy's going to get to go 9. He's like, I see machines, I kill machines. These demolisher cannons are like, we are not out of shots. So we are going to continue to shoot at things because that's what we love to do. Who flies over here?
Chronomancer.
Ooh, I don't like that guy. That guy's got to die. We are going to go forward just enough to put our sponson right there. The Manticore. Are you ready for this? The Manticore is ready for big excitement. So,
Should be at 2 CPU.
2 CPU. I am also at 2.
Was that 2? Yes.
This guy is like, vroom. It's called 2 points of just me running out there being a lunatic.
There you go.
So, some good stuff you did here, which is you got stuff blocking here. This guy's got to think about what he's going to do. Let's just go 9 this way. Excuse me, good.
Yeah. I'll just step out of the way. You can do what you need.
All right, so 9 inches this way. Just go back like this. Maybe we can see something. Maybe we buy ourselves some nice Milano cookies. This all just goes away. You guys are familiar with the old Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. Maybe this all just goes away. All right. So then I got to think about how what is the best way to try and keep you from taking the middle, because it's really my only way out of this. And the answer is I have to kill you all. And that actually proves to be fairly difficult, as you might guess. How many wounds does this feller have?
The Reanimator? 5.
Yeah, 5. And does he explode?
Yes.
Does he explode on a 1?
No. He explodes on a 6 for 1 mortal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel as though that's not likely to sway the game.
Usually isn't.
And usually isn't. So
I always did enjoy the look on my opponent's face when he did explode in the tournament, and they were like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yes, 1 mortal." And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
All right, let's do some. Let's do what we do best. This guy. Oh, also this guy over here needs to interrogate. It's our only way out. We're gonna just move up close enough. He's like, time to use my mighty psychic powers.
No deny anymore. So,
Yeah, that guy got stabbed.
he did.
Let's go ahead and try it. So let's go. Let's do the thing. It does succeed on a 4.
It's close.
So good enough. Good. He's like, you know what? I'm phoning it in. That's fine. This guy right here. This actually I think ends up being fairly critical. Do I just gate him? I think I gate him. He's the one guy who can kind of, he can shoot that guy right now anyway. I have to make sure this guy dies, and so the way that happens is I have to get closest to him, because the vehicle doesn't help him then, right? He's just got a 4-up invuln? Okay. So let's pay 1 for 3d6. He's going to try that gate. I'm going to go to 1. I will roll a 4, which is impressive. So let's try it again, I guess. Let's go to 0, 6 and 1 and 5, which is more than that. So this guy will just go over here. He's going to position closest to this guy, if such a thing is possible. So that appears to be 8. That appears to be just slightly below 8. And look okay to you?
He has to be outside 9, right? For the gate, right?
All right. Yeah, all right. So then it puts us outside. It doesn't matter because you're on the terrain. I can be right back here. That's fine. So then 9 that way, roughly. So we'll go exactly like that.
Sure.
This thing doesn't fly, right?
No.
Okay. Because otherwise this whole plan falls apart. This whole plan might fall apart anyway. This guy is like, it's smiting time. Time for that super smite. Good try. But
Just regular smite, though.
Regular smite will do.
How much did you get on your
2.
primary?
I got an 8 because I was sitting there and sitting there.
That's what I need to know. There we go. Okay.
He has 4?
How many ones did you do?
I did 2.
Okay. Down to 2. Sleeping.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff that has to go right here for me for this to work. let's start with easy stuff. This guy right here really only has, I guess he can see from here over to here. How many wounds does this feller have?
4.
4. And is that the same as the other guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just regular Technomancer.
This guy right here is just going to shoot because that's what he's good at. So
Mhm.
let's hit you with the flamers.
Do it.
2.
Mhm.
1. No AP. That's a 2 up on that feller. Ah, he don't care. Here's plasma. That's a hit. So wound to -3.
3 to -2.
I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here is the bolt gun. Hit. No. Good try though. Good try. Good effort. I like that.
You tried.
Let's try.
Just charge him and kill him anyway.
Yeah. That's kind of how. I mean, I think that he has to go this way. I think I have to touch your guy, otherwise this doesn't work. Let's go shooting. Let's start with. Well, not start with this guy. I have to make this work, otherwise I just lose the game. So do I just put everything there? I think I probably put everything there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You might say, Kyle, that's so many shots into just one guy. And I would say yes, but if he doesn't die, I lose the game, which is actually not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4-ups on that feller. Ooh.
You got him. I will spend the 1 CP at the end of the phase. He might stand back up. Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see what whether my alien noise has done any assistance.
We'll see.
You'll see. Let's go.
I'm real bad at rolling 4-ups for it. So.
All right. Let's go. This guy right here. Let's go. All right. Let's try this. We're gonna go plasma here. Heavy bolter here. Demo cannon at these guys, because that's what we kind of got to do.
Okay.
Here is the plasma over here. I'll get 4 shots. 1, 2, and these are overcharged. 3, 4. 3 hits. 3s to wound. I got 2 at -3 for 2 each on those fellers.
Into the crypto throws over there. At -3.
-3.
Right.
So you're looking for 4-ups, I believe. Yeah. Ouch. Man, that hurts. Heavy bolter. 2 hits. 1 wound. -1. Can't get him to go. All right, here is demo.
He wants it.
He's like mad about the other guys. Rerolling 1s. And then 2s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like 9 at -3 on these guys.
Into those guys. Yeah. Into those guys.
Into those guys.
5 ups.
Yes, indeed.
Got him. Just
Cool,
barely.
barely.
You got him. Yep.
No CP rerolls? That's the question. You have 1 chance.
I have 1 CP.
You need it for anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll give it a shot. Thanks, Steven. Kyle's gonna murder you after this.
Oh, no, that's good.
Especially if I roll a 5 here.
Oh no! That was improbable, but
Alright.
you had
So
1 CP, might as well ask.
Sure. Let's go.
4 reanimations.
Oh, right. Yeah. Go town.
Get 2 back. So you kill 2, essentially. And then these 2 reanimate.
Yeah.
We'll come around this way.
Let's go to this guy. He is going to put everything into. Let's put little guns there, and then let's just put everything into this guy. That's probably easier. Is that the play? That's the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like so not worth it, but such as it is. Roll a lot of terrible numbers. And then 4s. 1. -1.
Into into these guys again.
Yeah.
1 -1. 4 ups.
Yep. Good.
I pulled them out of the cover. Ooh,
One
he got
good
one.
there. Yep.
He doesn't come back.
No, there's more.
Oh, there's more. Okay. There's one dead.
Those hit, and then 3s to wound. I got 4 at -2.
Fives.
I will kill them.
You get the 2 more. Yep. You got them. You did it. You did what you needed to do there.
It wasn't what I needed to do.
Well,
I needed to do a bunch of other stuff, but it keeps me in the game a little bit. Let's go this guy right here. Let's go plasma over here. Everything else at this guy. So here is plasma here.
That's what I wanted my 1 CP for, was to give him the 4 up emblem instead of the 5 up. But that's all right. We'll see if it matters.
That's a lot of shots.
And 3s. Can't seem to kill these guys, so I got 4 at -3.
Into those guys. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can't even make this up.
Okay. Demo.
Yeah. Hey, well, the demos have been shooting a lot of shots for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's been a lot of shots.
4s to wound. I got 1, 2, 3. Not so great. 3 5-ups.
3 5-ups.
I don't think it gets the job done here. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just 1.
I'll do 2 to you.
Sounds good.
Let's go heavy bolter here. Oh, sorry, we still have heavy bolter there into that guy. 2 hits, 2 wounds at -1, so 5-ups.
Should be 4 ups. I think he has a 3 up.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Well, I didn't save either of them, so just 1 damage each.
Yep.
Down to 5.
Let's go. That presents so many problems. Because I think that probably just does it, but we'll see. Let's go. This guy gets to shoot. Let's put heavy bolter.
Bolter, yeah.
We'll go heavy bolter here. Although I don't know which of these is closer, so actually I don't know if that even works. I guess we'll put it here because we can't stop doing that. 1. Zilcho. That's fine. Okay, so then the best play that we have is, first of all, see if that guy gets back up on a 4-up.
Yes.
I predict that he does.
No.
Okay.
No,
that guy stays down.
That's unfortunate.
Let's go charges. I have to go here, unfortunately. 6 works.
Yeah, that'll get him there.
So we'll go like that. This guy will charge the reanimator, I guess.
Okay.
That seems fun.
It's a long charge.
It's a long charge. 7 won't do it.
No.
I've got 1 CP left. Is that interesting enough?
I thought you were at 0.
No, I got 1.
I'm at 0.
This is 0. We'll just use it on this guy. So let's go here in terms of fights. Let's start with 2 attacks from. So we'll pay 1 to reroll, 1s to hit, 1s to wound. These are the same either way, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just roll them together. All hit. 3s. Okay, good game. That's it.
Yep.
I can't.
Sorry, man.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, fine game. Just my dice are very, very cold.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep.
Because so the finishing it off. I mean, these guys are still alive or whatever, right? Yeah. So they're still on the point.
You're getting a 12. You're getting the 5 in the middle.
Because I'll move this up here just to take this, and that's all I need to do there.
Yeah, I couldn't kill them with 20 weapons, right?
Yeah.
So on primary?
I will get a full on primary because I'll hold this point, that point, and that point.
The game right there.
It's over.
And then
It's close, though.
And then I won't get anything more on treasures or
You got the 5 points for taking
ancient
the middle,
machineries.
right?
Yes.
So because that pushes it that pushes it higher.
Yep, that's the big one of like he needed to kill
Any
this
other
here.
scores I need to know about?
No.
Where we go.
No, I mean I'll get nothing on purge.
At a certain point, yeah, the dice are just too far in the other direction. And
Yeah.
sometimes that happens. That's okay.
That was really rough.
Heck of a game, Mr. Kyle.
You too, Travis. Yeah.
It's the very slippery hands. Yeah. Final score.
I've got an
Final score is Necrons 83, Imperium 76.
Yeah.
Very hard fought game.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, this just went way south on me.
It did, yeah.
This went way south on me. It does tell me a lot about some things in the list. I didn't like having the Scions, which was something I wanted to know. This is a different version than I played in KC, and it's a slightly different version from what I played at Midmo. I didn't like having the Scions. I really wanted another unit of guard. I didn't like having the hammer. It missed a little too much. And then, so I got to find mysterious points that I don't know I have. The Astropath is still not terribly useful, even though there's lots of ways in which he's advantageous. But yeah,
And he would have been useful had he been on that side of the board, right?
Yeah.
Instead of on this side of the board, because that was where my spider was over here. And so it's like I don't want to do psychic interrogation with him when there's a spider. You want to do it somewhere else where there isn't something to deny, right?
Yeah.
So you had to do your deny in an area that you didn't necessarily want to do your deny in. Or you had to do your psychic interrogation in an area, and that's what he's there for, basically, is to do psychic interrogation for you. Because he's a super cheap psychic interrogation monkey.
He is.
For sure.
And I took stuff out to get the strike squad, and I like having the extra bodies, but maybe I'll just go back to having a better HQ over here, because he really didn't do much for me all game, because on divination he wasn't getting there on the points. Either way, it was a good game.
It was a great game. Yeah, absolutely. It was hard fought by me. I mean, I have nothing left on the board. It's like
nothing left, but winning the game is still winning the game.
That's true.
Right? Absolutely.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you made it this far into the video, and if you're still here live, thank you very much. It was a bit of a late game for us, but we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Leave us a like, subscribe, give us a comment down if you saw something that we messed up. Just throw it down there. We do dish out beatings and floggings for anyone who made a mistake. Follow us on Instagram. Give us a sub. Join the Discord. Jump on in. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to help answer that within the Discord. In the comments, give a thanks to Mr. Kyle for coming out and showing us this awesome soup of a list.
Sorry I hit you. And then I also, when I knocked you down, I feel bad that I also peed on you, just like a little.
It's fine. I kind of liked it.
I don't like that.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. My name is Travis. This is Kyle.
My name is Steven.
And we will see you guys next time.